and I'll be on the front stoop, like, cause I'm the moderator, like one of the moderators on there. So it's just like crazy stuff, you know what I mean?
Oh, you down with the front stoop too?
Yeah.
Yo, give me run your background, man. What you be doing? What's up? What you be doing? What you be up to?
I mean, I started this podcast like 2 years ago just to to teach the youth about, you know,
Hip hop.
the hip hop that we grew up on. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I mean that's basically what it was, you know what I mean? And I mean like I like the new stuff, some new artists, but I want to focus more on like the old school artists that don't get that attention, like AZ and Hyro Crew and you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
that's why I started. I mean, because it's not for me because I grew up in that era already. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's more for like, the a lot of my viewers are young, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I want to like, make sure that they know what it is. You don't got to run to Google and Wikipedia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So,
right, man. That's why I started mine. So I was always a hip hop fiend, always,
right,
dog. Like really
right,
saved my life. I got stories behind it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
right,
if hip hop didn't come, dog, I would have been fucking probably murdered. We can
right.
swear on this, right? But I'm saying, like
Oh
we
yeah,
can
yeah,
swear.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, I would have been like murdered or like jail or something. I was going that path. I was
Right.
right there, dude. I was right there. And then I just kept hearing like I would hear hip hop on the radio when it started coming on radio, like one station, it would come on for like a half hour, you know, a little bit. Late
Mm-hmm.
night, like 11:30. Crazy. I forget what it was. It was a New York station. I can't remember. My
Right.
memory ain't that good. But yeah, but I was like, oh shit. And I was like, nah, dog, I'm gonna check y'all later. And I just kept filming, like, taping it on my little cassette tape, nigga.
Right.
Kept filming it. I mean, taping it. And then like stuff was happening in the streets to my boys and my crew. And I'm like, damn, that could have been me, nigga. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, so like I was like, yo,
And,
fuck that. I was
and
just
I,
like,
I
yeah,
feel what I feel what you're saying because that kept me, hip hop kept me off the streets as well. I wasn't running the streets and gangs and all that. And me being the only child with no siblings and I came from a single parent home, like hip hop was like my go to. That was like, the thing that I could rely on. It was like, it was sports and it was hip hop for me. So
mm-hmm.
I played sports when I was young and then hip hop, that was my everything. That was like the soundtrack to my life. So, you know,
Yeah,
um, growing up in the '80s and then like when the '90s came and the golden era, that was like the best time as a kid to be a
yo,
part of that era. Like, and not just
best
music,
time.
but with movies and cartoons and all that. It was just like the
Yeah.
best time. You know what I mean? And that's what kept me off the streets. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't out there gang banging and robbing old ladies with their purses and all that. So I mean that's
I ain't gonna
basically.
lie, I was robbing niggas, dog.
Right.
I
I
was
feel
out there
you.
doing
I
all that
mean,
stuff, man.
I knew people that did that. You know what I'm saying? But
I,
I always had my own mind and my own like my voice, so I never followed what everybody else did. So
yeah.
like I knew people like they got locked up for selling drugs and all that, but that just wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like my
Yeah.
path was different, and I was rowdy at times, but I didn't. There was nothing never serious like that, and the music it always kept me
Yeah.
in tune with the culture. That's what I was all about. So when I started this channel, it was like that's what I wanted to do. Like I have my own opinions and voice about things, and I'm like when I share my interests with everybody. So
Yeah.
and
That's
then
what's
I
up,
met
man. I appreciate that, man. Like I
yeah,
started thinking, I was like, when you first was like, let's do something. I'm down with it, dog. I'm trying to get my
right,
name out there too and try to teach people about hip hop too. You see how I
right,
get excited about it. I love hip hop. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And, like it really
right,
like hits my soul, man. I'd be like, yo, this shit is dope. Like it just the lyrics, the beats, just the way we
right.
like interact with each other, the way we're like hip hop's family. It's like
Oh
if
yeah,
you in hip hop, you in family. That's a family. You know what I'm
definitely,
saying? So I was
definitely.
like, yo, this is dope, yo. These like just because I know about Run DMC or somebody else, people love me or like me or we got something in common or we got a bond or whatever. I'm like, this is crazy, but
Right.
that's how it is, man. That's how it is. I love it,
Oh
man.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
And being on social media when I first got to Instagram, I met like some cool people
Yeah.
that like especially like the collectors, like you may post up something and then you see what they got and then they hit you up like,
Yep.
oh, where did you get that? And what I mean, so I
Yeah.
met a lot of cool people just in the collectors community,
Yeah.
just chopping it up, and they've been cool with me. So you know,
I was trying to get some collectibles too. What kind of collectibles you got? Because I was trying to get this boombox. So I'm trying to get a couple boombox radios and nobody trying to give them up.
I still got two boom boxes from the 90s.
What?
Yes.
Get out of here.
I can show you them.
Don't tell me your address, dog. I'm at the mask up, dog. Come on. I'm just kidding, joking around. But yo,
yes,
no, for real, man. Yo, hip hop is just so dope, man. And it's like it's connecting us. See what I'm saying? It connecting us, connecting everybody. Like we didn't know each other from a can of paint. You know what I'm saying? Now we're like chopping it up, New York, Boston, talking shit, fucking out.
And even like being on the front stoop, like I've met cool people like Guillermo and Big Freezie and Sim. They've always been cool with me. So they the homies, and they come from that era, that same era that we come from. So I tend to gel more with them than everybody else for me. But
of course. It's just like women are gonna gel with women that age. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing, man. You gotta have something in common, man. You gotta have something in common. You can't just be like, I'm fucking 10 and this dude's 100. Like you just gotta have some type of, you know what I mean? Yo, boundaries and ground.
Let me tell you, I was in a group chat a couple weeks ago, and I still follow the page, but like their group chat, it was me and only like somebody else that was like maybe over 35. Everybody else was under 20, and they would say, like, I'm telling you, like they would say the craziest things. I've heard them say that Common has no classics and Big Sean is the GOAT.
What?
And when they said, I'm like, yo, I gotta leave this group chat because
you gotta get out of it. You gotta it's toxic. It's a toxic environment, man. You know what I'm saying? These youngsters need to like respect hip hop, and they need to do their research. And maybe like it was the our generation that didn't really school them, but in our minds we thought like you live by example. So if I'm doing it this way, you see me do it this way, you would think, okay, the youngsters gonna do the same way. I don't have to tell them. But they was like, oh, I'll do it my own way. It's like raising your kids. Your kids gonna do it their own way. They be like, I'm a go across the street this way. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I mean?
I want to ask you something though. Like you have a kid. So like growing, I feel like a lot of the parents that grew up from our era, they kind of sacrifice what they listened to growing up for what their kids are listening to now. Like to have that bond with their kid. So like growing up from the era that we grew up from, like do you like play the classic stuff around your kid, or do you just like let them do whatever?
Oh my! I got one like daughter like through blood and all that. Okay. But I used to have another daughter, but she when she got like 16, she was like, "You're not my father." So anyway, like both of them when they was growing up, oh man, I was just playing it. I'm playing like the APMDs or whatever was playing at the time. You know what I mean? Whatever was that era during their time. So I was just like, they was like, oh shoot. So my daughter know about hip hop. Like, do I like everything she like? Nah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, we was having an argument the other day, and she was defending Nicki Minaj on this all the bullshit she's just been talking about recently with her man and her like, I know she like trying to like represent her brother and her family. But if your brother's wrong, your brother's wrong. If your husband's wrong, your husband's wrong. Whatever. Like if people are wrong and they dirty and you know what I'm saying, they got something's going on.
Right.
Yo, man, I ain't supporting you, dog.
Right.
Yo, you ain't part of hip hop, yo. She been pop. She been like pop. She chasing that bag. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But she chasing that bag. She ain't hip hop no more.
Nicki is tolerable, but I mean, like
she's tolerable though. Yeah, I can listen to her because and she raps. Nigga.
A lot of the other artists, like Megan Thee Stallion, I can't. That's just not for me. It's not my age group. You know what I'm saying? Nicki, I could play Nicki. You know what I'm saying?
I could play Nicki, but she got rhyme though. She gotta like, you know how everybody be like, yo, her verse in Monster was dope. I'm like, yo, y'all always talking about one verse?
Right.
One verse? Yo, Shay Noor got every verse. Like every verse is Shay Noor. Or let's go to MC Light. She had mad quotables.
Right.
Or Roxanne Shante had mad quotables. Dope something like, yo, it's just like, yo, come on, man. Like, yo, I love Nicki too. She's dope, but she's been in the wrong recently, man. She's been off a little bit on her on her personality. Let's put it that way. On her like coming out talking trash, but her music's still alright. But I don't rock with it like the youngsters do because she still be singing and doing lollipop shit. Like, and I'm like, nah, dog, I'm good. I'll go listen to like somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know how much music is out here? I don't have to listen to Nicki. I mean, once in a while I listen to him like, oh, that's dope. But then I'd be like, the whole album ain't dope. It ain't who just came up? What's her name? Not Shay, but what's the other female? What am I blanking out? The other female last year came out. What's her name? Damn.
Rhapsody?
Rhapsody. My bad.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm sorry, Rhapsody. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
But yeah, you know what I mean. But Rhapsody dope too. Like she's just dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like her past stuff wasn't a lot of like she didn't have a good beat selection. A lot of people was catching on to it, and then a lot of people probably not catching on to women because they don't like women in hip hop or they don't like women being superior with lyricists than them. So a lot of dudes up above them. A lot of because everybody up top is dudes.
Right.
So like say like somebody like a you know what I'm saying like a Shay Noor or something. Boom, come out, everybody's like, yo, she the dopest female in the world. But guess what? Nobody's gonna talk about her.
Right.
The underground will.
I agree.
You don't hear Jay-Z like, yo, let me sign this chick. Like, why? What's going on?
Salute to the chat, man. I see Guillermo's actually in here. Salute to Guillermo,
what up, G?
Ronnie, everybody else. But I actually came from a podcast before where they didn't want to discuss female rap. They didn't what they wasn't.
Yeah, they didn't want
female rap. And I had a problem with that because I feel like it can't just be about Raekwon and Griselda when we got Rhapsody and Shay Noor that's out here doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up listening
to the females too out there too. But we just gotta like reach out to them and get to them. You know what I'm saying? But not just about the females, but I just feel strongly about like 38 Special, Shay Noor, RJ Payne, certain people, Ransom, certain people that's out there that's dope, and people are like sweep under the rug, sweep under the rug. Let's keep promoting Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's joint. Like what?
Yeah.
I mean, it's some nasty shit. It's like some shit that you might listen to when you're in a ratchet mood, but come on, man. Like it ain't replay value. It ain't replay value.
I can understand like it's a different era for the kids growing up now, the 14-year-olds. I can understand that because when we were 14, you know, we had our own thing. When I was 14, I was listening to, you know, Onyx, MOP, Boys of the Underground, you know, artists like that. So these kids now, that's their artists. Like they'll listen to Megan Thee Stallion, and that could be their Queen Latifah or MC Light for them. For this generation.
I don't hate. Tri-Boro. I'm no hater. Like I listen to the stuff. But if it's trash, I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna review it, first of all.
Right.
And if it's trash, I'm not gonna talk about it either. Unless like when I start talking about trash shit, when dudes be like, yo, or chicks be like, yo, review my album, I'm gonna have to do it on a paid platform because I'm gonna diss these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Straight up. Not because I want to, just because I'm be like, yo, yeah, that one was trash, this one was dope, that one was trash. Like it's not gonna be on my platform. That's dope shit. You guys on my YouTube, it's all dope shit.
Right.
And if it's not, comment and you know, so we can fight in the comments. That's all I always say.
I listen to the new artists, but it's not the mainstream new artists. It's more of what we listen to: the Griseldas, the Stove God Cooks, you know, the Shay Noors. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. It's like that. It's a different group. The mainstream is different from what we listen to. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many mainstream artists that I listen to like that. Like Drake, I like Drake. I like his early stuff. As far, I'm not putting Drake on.
It's like a Nicki though, man. It's like he got bars. You know he got bars. And first of all, I don't know if he got bars as his bars because I remember when was it Trenton? What's his name? Quentin was writing for him. Maybe with those lyrics was the ones I was sweating. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe we were sweating those lyrics. I don't know. Maybe we were sweating Quentin's lyrics.
But we're not putting. I mean, at least for me, I'm not putting Drake on.
But he makes good music. I'm not saying he's whack. He's not whack. Drake's not whack.
I'm not putting Drake on Mount Rushmore with the greats. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, like he's not going up there with Rakim to me or Nas. That's what I'm saying.
No way. No way, dude.
You know what I mean?
No way.
Even in 20 years, if you come back and have this convo, I don't think I'm gonna still put him up there. But he's dope. I like his early stuff.
You can put him in the artist category, like a all around artist. Like he might be number one in that, like whatever like category that is. You know what I'm saying? You do that.
And I was telling the homie Reg weeks ago that there's a disconnect with the new generation and the old school heads because when they look at us, they feel like, oh well, we're old school heads. They don't want to hear the old shit, but they actually need to go back to their past because some of these artists are sampling stuff from the back in the day and they don't know it. So they feel like if you hear a Little Yachty song where he sampled a Sting classic, they think Little Yachty came up with that. That was already a classic when Little Yachty sampled it. That's just Sting. They don't know who Sting is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I always say, like, you know, what's that saying? In order to, you know your future, go back to your past or whatever. Yeah, they got to go back to their past and know who these artists are. You know what I'm saying? Like Megan Thee Stallion and Migos is cool, but you really should know who EPMD is and MC Light.
Exactly, dog. Yo,
And
you mentioned two of the dopest groups ever, or people in hip hop ever. Because I love them too. I love MC Light and EPMD. EPMD was my favorite group back in the day. Like until this day, not no more because they're not live. They're not live group no more. And they might come out. I think they're coming out with an album. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe this Corona joint put them on pause because I heard every sermon talking about they're gonna throw something together. So I don't know if they're still doing something. I mean. So check for that. I'm saying I'm tuned in, man. I'm tuned into the old and new school. I give everybody a chance, brother. Everybody. I was just listening to what is it NFL, NHL boy, what's his name? He just came out with an album.
I don't know.
But I'm listening to it going, I gotta give these dudes a chance. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. But then I was like, yo, this shit's trash, dog. Like I was so mad that I spent like 20 minutes listening to like at least partial of his album. If you can't get me in the first 4 or 5 songs, dog, you trash.
Even one song.
I don't even want to name it. It was one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna find like, yo, it was him. Like, yeah, it was him. But you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
don't ask me because I don't know.
I'm not rocking with him right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, but I do listen. You have to.
Right.
We got old ears, but we gotta listen. We got sometimes they might come up with something dope.
Right.
You might be like, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I'm putting that on my
NBA. Ronnie said NBA Youngboy. Okay.
That's them. Yeah, that's them.
Never heard of him.
That's what I'm saying, though. But I'm still like, yo, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna listen to this nigga because everybody else is talking about it. So I go, yo, let me see what's up with this dude. And guess what? Disappointed. Again, not all new people disappoint you, but come on, man. A majority of at least 90% of these new school people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I already have, like, I mean, just being.
But that's their lane. That's their lane. I'm gonna leave them there. Let them make their money. You know what I'm saying? Because they black too at the same time. So I'm gonna let them make their money.
Right.
I'm not hating.
But that's also the problem because I feel like it's a quick buck for a lot of these artists, but they're not doing it for the culture. They're not doing it for longevity. They're doing it for just the quick cash and then they're out.
They're doing it for the bag.
That already happened in the past.
They want the bag. They want the bag, dog. They want the bag. Everybody's chasing the bag. Yo, the bag's gonna come. You trying to tell me like people like Flea Lord don't got the bag?
He got it.
He got the bag.
Everything he dropped in this year.
You trying to Flea Lord? Nobody know about Flea Lord that much. Like he ain't like Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like that person. But he even though he's crazy, but he's putting out an album every month. But like this dude is fire, and like he got an audience, and guess what? He got a fan base that's loyal, and they buying his merch, they buying his music, all that. He's probably richer than he's probably just I don't say just as rich as these people because like these industry corporations like give people millions usually. But he's up there. I bet you got millions. All these all them come on, dog.
Definitely.
They snuck in. They forced their way in the industry. They forced their way. They got in, and I commend them. I commend them because nobody was really checking for them. Nobody was checking for them. Come on, 3 years, 4 years. Nobody was checking for them. Nobody, and it was dope back then.
And I wasn't listening to them from Hall and Nash. Like I came in on like maybe Hitler with some Mez 4, and then I went back and listened to everything else, and then I caught up, and I listened to everything that they dropped from Conway, Benny, Westside. So
yo, I'll be honest, dog. I started listening to Griselda only because of 38 Special. Now check this out. You know how we old school, right?
Right.
I'm like, yo, I feel like listening to some Cool G rap, right? So I'm like, word, let me go on Tidal. The Cool G rap albums and just play them in the car, whip, blah, 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 right? It said Son of Cool G rap album or some shit, right? I go, fuck is this? Who is this dude? 38 Special. Who the fuck is 38 Special? So I was like, yo, let me fuck it's Cool G rap on it. I'm a fan, I'm gonna listen, right? Some figures it's real son. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna listen to this shit. So I'm jamming like 2 years ago, whatever it came out. I'm listening to go, fuck. And I'm like, yo, this dude is dope with it. Cool G rap. Like, I love Cool G rap. That's my man. He has some issues, you know what I'm saying? Beating women, all that crap. I don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's a dope rapper. You know what I'm saying? But when he continued with 38 Special, I was like, okay. And then I just started looking at 38 Special, became a fan. Then I started getting with the Trust Gang. Started fucking with them. And then I stopped. Then because he was rapping with Benny, he had the Stab and Shop joint with Benny. I'm like, and I'm going, who is this dude now? I'm going crazy, dog. Dog. I'm like, yo. Now I find Benny. 38. Then I find Benny, and then I find all them other niggas. I'm like,
Conway.
Oh, I was so lost out of hip hop because I was raising my daughter. I'm being honest. That's why like people go, oh, the hell you always in hip hop. I said, yo, I ain't gonna lie. I was trash on hip hop because I was kind of listening to just the mainstream because I ain't know. Right. I was like, yo, what the hell? And I feel back. I'm back now, man. Right. I'm back into the underground. I'm back, man. Listen to all the grimy, lyrical, dope shit. Rock Marciano, Husk King, and all that shit, man. Come on, man. And by the way, I think I'm going crazy. I'm drinking a Ciroc shake. You know what I'm saying? Like a icy dog. I do some crazy shit over here, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I eat healthy though. You know what I'm saying? I got the lasagna, vegetable lasagna cooking right now.
I just had some lasagna too. Matter of fact.
It ain't vegetable though. I know you eat some meat. You eat meat? What you doing, dog? What's your diet like, dog? Look at that. You want to say? What's your diet like, brother? What's New York doing?
I cut out, like, I don't drink soda no more. I drink more water. I eat more salad. I cut out a lot of junk food and stuff I used to eat like 10 years ago. So, I mean, I still like it once in the blue, but yeah, like I try to eat more healthy now.
All right. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I want people, anybody meet. Like you in my circle now, dog. Yeah. Straight up. You in the circle. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go turn up the oven real quick. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna run again. I set my alarm. Hold on.
All right, cool. Killer Tapes, what up? Waka, what's good? Ronnie, what's good, yo? Eric, what up? Who likes J. Cole? I like J. Cole. J. Cole is dope. I fuck with J. Cole. Definitely a solid discography.
Oh, they asked the question. Who's that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you can't see the comments, you can comment. They got like.
I'm on private. I'm on the wrong goddamn thing. See, I gotta get used to this thing. Oh, they all mad comments. I didn't even see all this shit. My bad. My bad, y'all.
Who likes J. Cole? They want to like J. Cole.
Platform, dog. But yeah, I see him now. What they say?
Who likes J. Cole? You like J. Cole?
I like J. Cole. That controversy with him and not her. What's the other girl's name? No name. Sorry, no name queen, whatever. If you watching this, whatever. But yo, that was a misunderstanding. They should just call each other and whatever. But I like the way it went down because she came at him, dog. Right. I like No Name. She got lyrics, dog. I was always checking for her. But she just went. Right. She went in on J. Cole. I was like, oh, snap. Okay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I remember her from the acid rap mixtape with Chance.
Yeah,
she was on that joint. Yeah, that was dope.
Chance is up and down with me, man. I love Chance, but it's like I listen to someone probably go no, and then another probably be dope. I'll go, he's back, and then another one will be like you know what I'm saying? Like Chance, what the hell you do? I know he's trying to experiment. You know, this got to experiment. He got to do this. He got to fucking live and go to the mountains and fucking sing whatever he's doing, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But still, at the same time, dog, throw some lyrics in there, some hip hop, dog, while you fucking exploring your roots and shit, whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I love Chance, though. He's dope.
Yeah, definitely. See, my thing is like.
Let's talk about it's your platform, so I'm gonna let you run it. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just chilling. I'm saying like my thing was I don't like. I think with the young generation, they feel like the older heads knock this just generation. Is not like that. I feel like I always say, if I was 14 growing up in 2020, what would I be listening to? I think I still would be listening to the underground, but it would be mixed with the commercial stuff. Like you know, when I was 14, I was listening to the underground, but it was some mainstream that I liked. You know, Bad Boy was really big at that time. I was a big Bad Boy, you know, Puffy, you know, head at that time. But that's when they were good. When we had Biggie and when we had Mason, the Locks, and Craig Mack. You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy.
And you know, I think like if I was 14 now, I would still be listening to Griselda and Shay Noor and Stove God and 38 Special, but I probably would be listening to, you know, Drake and, you know, maybe Cardi B or something. You know what I'm saying? So it was always a balance for me. It wasn't just underground.
I was in balance, dog. Like if you think about it, think about all the stuff we used to listen to back in the day, man. Like that was kind of off the wall, lyrical or weird. Like I'm trying to think of some artists. Think of some lit artists that back in the day. Y'all put some artists in the comments, y'all, that's in there. Like that was wild. You know what I'm saying? That was some people that was wild out there. That was like, you listen to who? But yo, it was dope back then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm trying.
It wasn't like the talent outweighed the whack back then. Whereas in this era, it's the whack outweighing the talent. So you know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I mean, other than you could nitpick, you could say Vanilla Ice or Young MC Hammer. But
there you go, Vanilla Ice. There you go, Young MC. Yeah, but we was like, this is the Aunt Valley. We was in it, but we was like, we ain't gonna really rock with it.
Right.
Rock with it. We rock with it You know what I'm saying? With the door, when close the door, was like, this is the jam for. Oh, I was jamming to that dude, dog. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying? MC Hammer. I love MC Hammer.
hell
Straight
yeah.
up, I ain't
So
gonna
I
lie.
was about to say that I bought MC Hammer, Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him, and Too Legit to Quit. I bought them. I bought Vanilla Ice to the extreme. You know what I'm saying? Like
I saw
listened to
his
these
movie, dog. But I saw it for free.
Yeah.
My sister used to work at the theater back in the day,
Uh-huh.
so I saw a lot of movies free. But I'm glad I saw it for free because it was corny. But anyway,
Right.
I saw the movie because I was excited about the artist.
Right.
I was excited about Run DMC's movie. That shit, shit was trash too.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, they like after like Breaking and after Beat Street and shit like that, and like what else? Like niggas couldn't like it's like they couldn't make hip hop movies because they did that Vanilla Ice movie, they did the Run DMC movie.
Yeah, that was
that shit, they were just corny, trash.
But
they probably like trash hip hop classics. You know what I'm saying? So watch while they hide.
And not just in rap, but in pop as well. I know New Kids on the Block was one of my favorite groups, along the New Edition, created by the same manager. I used to get teased in school for listening to New Kids on the Block.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? Yes, but
around my fucking block, dog. When I was I ain't know him, but the people I moved around at the time knew him because they grew up with him. And then when I went there at that block at the time, they was talking about him. Like, yo, let's go check these niggas. And they had the fence up now and they had it all guarded. I'm like, these niggas ain't even that famous though. Why these niggas? But they was famous it was mad girls going crazy, so I guess they was famous. So I'm like, these niggas? Because we used to rock with them. They used to go Phil's Corner. There was a little like a thing the kids go to, and they you know like what's it called like a kids go after school. Center or some shit. Yeah, whatever it is, kids center, whatever. So they used to go there. And I used to see him rock and sing. I'm like, who are these white niggas? You know what I'm saying? But in my mind, I'm like, whatever. They dancing and singing, whatever. But they got famous. New Edition, I grew up in Orchard Park with these niggas. My uncle was in the group.
I love New Edition.
In the group, and he still regrets it to this day.
I've seen them live in concert. I love them. They're great. One of my favorite group, like at that time, you know, as far as like R&B. Marquis said, what do you think about the East Coast discrediting the West Coast and the South back then? Because I heard the Source gave a lot of albums low numbers.
Back in the day, Benzino, it's Benzino, man. You know what I'm saying? And Benzino was true back then. Benzino was a gangster back then. I can attest to it, man. I ran into him a couple times.
Right.
My cousin used to roll with him. My cousin was a gunner for him. When he got locked up, I ain't saying no names, but when he got locked up, they didn't even support him. So when I heard that, I was pissed. They was like enemies to a lot of people in Boston because they talked all that trash, but they didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't like support dudes at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? They tried to beat me up one day.
Crazy.
And the Source band.
I remember he was linked to that Paul Pierce stabbing back in the day.
Yeah, they was linked to that too.
I was on ESPN. I remember that.
I'm not saying they ain't real gang. They was real gang. Them dudes, RSO, them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Was real gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Right. But at the same time, it's like, yo, y'all gotta respect those. They should throw dudes off the stage. They should have fans go on the stage, right? Just come on the stage. Yo, come on the stage, rocking, right? Come on the stage. And then they used to fuck them up. They used to fuck dudes up on the stage. Fans. I'm like, yo, these dudes are crazy. They used to fuck dudes up in downtown Crossing, all type of shit. I'm like, yo, y'all bugging. Y'all need to get fans, not enemies. What y'all doing? Right. That's why they never got famous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all going about it all wrong. I wish I was their manager or something back in the day. They would have been dope.
I actually met Benzino in 2003, back when he had Club Zeno in Miami. I went down there for spring break with my homeboy, and I met him and he was on his BlackBerry. You know, back when we had Blackberries and all the security with him. I'm like, what the hell? He didn't even look up and say hi. He just said, "What's up?" and kept moving.
Oh no, I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I'm telling you, I don't know nothing about him like that. Like I do know stuff, but I can't. I can't say nothing on here. But yo, the dude really was. He was really about it, and his crew was really about it. Everybody's about it. He wasn't even the leader. It was like the other dudes that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, yo, Boston was wild back then. You know what I'm saying? At the time, he was doing the Source and all that shit, and he was making sure he rated shit, or at least they rated shit. He intimidated dudes. I know he did. I know he intimidated this guy. He had to. And he had some great writers on that show, on that magazine too. Right. The Source is dope. I ain't gonna lie. Source was part of hip hop. I can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I shout out Benzino and what's this other dude? It was a white dude, something white dude, but he was partner with him.
Dave Mays?
Is it Dave Mays? I think so. I think that was him.
Guillermo,
But
you
yeah,
want to come up with us or not?
huh?
Now I'm asking Guillermo if you want to join us.
Oh yeah, yeah. Who? Oh, how many people can get on here? Like 8,000? How many people can get on
Now
here?
you can have like I think 12 or 13 could come on
Oh,
here.
that ain't bad. Yo, link them on. Who's that? Who's that? You said.
Guillermo,
Oh yeah, link
I'll
him
send you
on
the
here,
chat
dog.
over.
Put G money on here, dog. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. I know you want to talk about at the
The
top,
chat.
but yo, let's shout out El Camino real quick.
Yeah,
Only
don't
because he just had a loss. He lost his sister.
Oh wow.
Shout out El Camino. Yo, send your praise and love to El Camino, man. Go on Instagram and hit him up, man. He got one post up there talking about his sister, man, and hit him up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody
Definitely.
lose your family, I don't care. I don't even care how she died, but you gotta shout them out, man. Everybody everybody on here, go to El Camino's page on Instagram and shout him out. Give him some love, man. You don't have to know him.
Right.
It's somebody that black passed away, man. That's it. We family. We black. We family. Straight up. For real. So go to El Camino, see what's up. You know what I'm saying? Hit him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yo,
Salute
let's
to him.
talk about what you want to talk about, though. Is that what you want to talk about first, or you want to like?
I mean, I just wanted to know. I didn't know that you didn't know about it because I know everybody else.
I was,
You know?
dude. I was like, this weekend I go like this to me. I go, yo, I'm tuning out. I'm just gonna like chill, relax,
Right.
and kind of tune out, watch corny shit like on Netflix or whatever, right? Whatever. And then I was like, yo, I gotta do this Blue and Exile review. I've been waiting on it, sitting on it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, I gotta do it. So I went back to the hip hop a little bit and did that for the weekend. And then you hit me up going, I go, what? Yo, I was like, yo, let me go check this out.
Guillermo's asking, was Benzino's people connected to Jay Reed in Boston?
I don't know all that. Who's Jay Reed though? Oh, Jay Reed. Oh, you mean like what do you mean like what do you mean connected? Like what? In what sense? What's he saying? Like you gotta get
I'm
more
just reading what he said. I don't know these people, Jay Reed.
What's Benzino? Okay, oh, I say people connected to Jay Reed in Boston. That could be in like there 30. Okay, nice out. Yeah, I can't really speak for all that. Like he had his peoples, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. So I don't get into people's business that much, man, because I'm me, man. I'm doing me.
Right.
Ask about me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask about you. I'm gonna ask about Tri-Boro. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a cool dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed that you got me on your show. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed just to be recognized and noticed, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, people gotta stay grounded, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I'm a Leo.
Right.
But guess what? I love the fame, I love the this, the high, I love to do all that shit. But guess what? End of the day, I give people their props, I give people their love, I give everything. Love over hate, all type of shit. Like I don't, dog. This is your platform.
There's no
hate.
hate.
I'm not gonna be on here. You know what I mean?
There's no hate over here. I have like 90 something subscribers. It's not a lot. You know what I'm saying? I just do this for the love of the culture. It's not about being famous and all that.
Yo, King, we building together.
Yeah.
And that's why I came on here. I don't got that many subscribers. I do got a lot of, not a lot, but I'm just saying at the same time, they're not all tuned in.
Yeah.
They might be like, oh, I subscribe to them and then go somewhere else. I don't know where they at. You know what I mean? But there's a couple people that's tuned in like you. There's a couple people that's locked in and they need to get locked in. When you get locked in, you're gonna hear straight hip hop from me or you.
Right.
Or whoever that's in this chat. Because whoever's in this chat right now, they care about hip hop.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They care about you.
For sure.
It's your shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
I try to invite people, but I don't see nobody here with from me yet because I did it early in the morning, and then I did it before I promoted like again. So I'm thinking, but I don't really got a fan base like that either. Like I mean, if I do, they ain't on here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm on here with you, man. We chopping it up. We gonna build together, brother.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Gonna build with Steve. We gonna build with whoever's on here. Who's on here? Is that my cousin Eric Johnson? Hold on, like that might be my cousin.
That's your cousin?
Is that my cousin? I don't fit the many subscribers either. I just do it. I love it. Nah, damn, is that? Yo, cousin, that you? Let me just say that. I got a cousin Eric Johnson, so I'm just saying. Be the Johnsons, dog, in the Beantown. I'm a Walker, but I'm like a true Johnson. You know what I'm saying? You come to Boston. This Johnson was deep. My grandmother had 12 kids. And the doctor another one. And then we got 800 cousins. Like I'm just exaggerating, but you know what I mean?
Right.
So we was deep in like in the neighborhood. So I'm thinking that's him. I don't know if that's him or not. You got to say something. But yeah, where you want to
go? Ronnie Guillermo said, "Don't sell out. Stay true to your." Always, man. I gotta be me. That's what's gonna happen, man.
Source of the vibe. Oh, okay, Ronnie. I'm gonna say the source only because the source before the vibe.
Well, I used to buy both of them, but I grew up with the source.
I bought them.
Yeah.
Did you collect them?
Huh?
Did you collect them?
Yes, I had like a tin with like my old source magazines from when I was like a freshman in high school, and the Vibe magazine, you know, everything. I had like the rap pages, all that, double XL,
all that. Me too.
All
me
that.
too.
You know
and then
I
remember like moving, and I was like, oh shit, I got like 400 pounds of magazines, nigga. I was like, I gotta get rid of these shits. I didn't know how valuable they probably would have been.
Yeah.
They're like playing cards for hip hop, you know, like baseball cards and whatever trading cards.
Right. I had those too.
Like right now, but I fucking threw them away, dude.
Right. And I you know, but once the steroid era came in, that they were like worthless. So I ended up getting rid of them. You know, same thing with the magazines. Like once the internet came in, we didn't really have a need for them no more.
Yeah, and the newspaper went away, whatever went away. But Joe, I bet you they worth money. If I had the original whatever, first source or whatever, I don't know, whatever the source with Jay-Z on it or something crazy like that, but it's still relevant. Come on, you tell me that ain't worth no money if it's in crisp condition.
I got like 2 or 3 like special tribute issues of like when Michael Jackson died. I got like the Time magazine issue for that.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I have that still in mint condition. Luther Vandross, when he passed away, like there's a Vibe issue I got for that one. There's another one I got. I got the Obama issue with when he's like on the cover of the Vibe magazine when he got elected. I got that one. Yeah.
That was when he's like being president or whatever.
Right. When he got elected.
Yo, you remember Jet magazine page?
Yes, I remember that.
What page was it with the models, dog? 34.
I don't remember. My aunt used to get those magazines. I don't remember.
34. Dog, 43. I think the page was 43. Dog. This before like porn and stuff. Like you had well, I guess it was magazines back in the day. Dudes had to like, you know what I'm saying, do what they had to do with the magazines, dog. But they had the porn really. It wasn't free at least.
Right.
Buy a tape going. Yeah, they're going like what's it called? Blockbuster and be like sneaking with the coat up and the fucking like mask up. They can be like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
I used to love that shit, dog. But that was funny though. But yeah, man.
Ronnie wants to know what's your favorite rapper of all time.
Ooh, all time. God damn. All time? Shit.
Yeah.
You know what I do with rappers? And yo, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, you started, your face went away. I'm like, oh shit, he's gone. My favorite, it goes in spurts because I believe everybody should be separate. Like whenever people go, my top 5, and they start naming Biggie and Parker, I go, nah, y'all ain't your top 5. Because they did. No disrespect. I love the people that passed away. I love the artists, but you got to make 2 separate lists.
Right.
So right now, I'm gonna say right now I'm rocking with man. I'm rocking right now with the top 3 right now. Well, 5. I'm rocking with in no order. I'm rocking with Shay Noah, 38 Special, Benny. Shoot, I'm gonna go with. Damn. We rock with them right now because it's mad other ones that I want to disrespect because it's mad other ones. I'm gonna start going to my. You about to mess up my list for the end of the year? Get out of here, man. Yo, get out of here, dog. Yo, hold on. Yo, you about to. Actually, I can't answer that question. I'm sorry because you're gonna mess up my end of the year lyricist of the year.
Right.
But yeah, those 3 right now I'm checking for. Like if they come out with something, I'm like, yo, I'm listening for it. You know what I mean? Right. Because they got not just the Here's my thing with hip hop. Sometimes like a hip hop star could be underground, overground, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You gotta have a lot. You gotta have a this, and that. You gotta have a lot. You gotta have the whole 5 elements of hip hop. Not graffiti because these people do graffiti, but I'm just saying like you gotta have that voice. You gotta have like that cadence. You gotta have like something going. You gotta have like that vibe. It's just the flow, the lyrics. It's gotta fit. And then you just gotta have a camp that got the beats too. And these people right here got those beats. And they got the lyrical content and the flow. I like God Cooks. I like Husk Kingpin. I like Ransom. I'm waiting for that album. Part 3.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that. What else is coming out? Conway. Still, I like Conway.
Yeah.
Conway. You know what's funny about Conway? He he keeps my attention because he still raps about the same shit, but it's doper. It's like still dope. I don't know how he do it, but it's he still keeps your attention.
And I had an issue with that because when he did Lulu, and I
Yeah.
was saying, you being on a major label like Shady, I feel like his content has to change. It has to evolve. I don't feel like their content overall is evolving though.
I agree. But guess what? He got that content. He already told dudes he got the content. That's why I'm not sweating it. You probably didn't hear an interview or something where he was on.
Right.
I forget what it was. I can't remember all the stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I write notes, but it's gotta be for a reason. Yeah. So he was saying something about, oh no, I got that. On like his album was because he didn't put out his debut album yet. These little albums he's putting out, albums like, or EP, whatever you want to call them. I don't know what they call motherfuckers nowadays. 7 track, 8 tracks.
EP.
Like it's like, yo, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? So I get confused because I'm like, should I review it? Should I not review it? Should I review it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like an album. I want an album, a project. So but yo, he got that. I heard he's gonna let his guard down. He's gonna talk about probably his kids. He's gonna talk about I don't know what he loves and what he hates. I don't know, his emotions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting for that. Everybody's waiting for that. That's
what I mean, because he's a dope lyricist. I feel like that if he added more storytelling and
he will.
You know what I mean?
He's been giving us samples and shit. Like, I'm a Conway fan, but I'm like, he's in there, but he's not like in the top 5. But like because of that, because of what you said.
Right.
Because he's not giving no content. If you listen to like Ransom, what? Ransom is fucking dope, dog.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Not just talk about this. Damn. And then I'm gonna listen to Blue and Exile today. Again, I was listening to ever since it came out, I've been going crazy. I'm like, yo, I gotta pick this album.
The Miles album, that shit is fire.
Fire, dude.
Definitely. I love that album.
Niggas can't fuck with Blue. I mean, niggas can fuck with Blue, but I'm just saying there's a lot of niggas that can't fuck with Blue. I'm sorry. Right. I gotta give him his props, dog. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
There's some lyricists out there. So what's yours?
Right now, Conway.
You can't just say, black 90s. What's up now? Current?
Right now, I'm checking for Everything with Zelda. Flea Lord, definitely, because every album Flea Lord has dropped this year has been fire. The album he did with Buck Wild is fire. The new album he did with Pete Rock is fire. I
don't care if it's short verses, but it's fire.
Right.
You do like 2 minutes. This nigga.
El Camino, Stove God Cook.
He can't do nothing that much. He's on house arrest or some shit. He got an ankle break. I think he got something's going on. That's why he can't tour. So he's not trying to do a lot of music, but he's still dope.
El Camino?
Yeah, he's on something. He would have been touring with Griselda before. He would have been down. He's down with Griselda. You know that, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's down with Griselda. He's like, at least like they were he's supposed to be on the tour. He's supposed to be with them. That's all I'm saying. But
yes. Kyle's album is one of the best this year. Little Ito. I love his stuff. Like Shane Orr, everything 30 Special has been dropping, has been fire. Like the album he did with Planet Asia, that was fire. It's so many like right now. Like the underground is bubbling. That's what people don't know.
Oh, I'm loving the underground, dude. I'm loving hip hop right now. I'm going nuts, dude. I'm going banana, dude. I come home like Thursday night. I gotta go to sleep. Everything's coming up Friday night. I know what's coming out. I be mad.
Yeah.
If I do stay up, I ain't going to work in the morning. I'm not going to work. I'm be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Bugging out, laughing. But you know what I'm saying? So I can listen to all this. Like, it's a lot of good music out, and I'm appreciating it, and I'm loving the artists, and I appreciate it. I'm sending my love out to all the artists with bars right now. If you don't got bars, don't follow me, dog. You're never gonna get reviewed. You never, unless it's a paid one, and I'm a trash dog, straight up. Facts.
Yeah, definitely. Who else? The Gorilla Twins album with Ill Bill and Nems. That's one of the best this year.
Yo, that album. Isn't that album so disrespectful?
The bars on that. That's the bars alone. Not even the production.
I'm just saying, but it's bars on. I'm just saying they're so disrespectful.
Yeah.
That sometimes you don't even hear the bars. You hear the bars, but you go, "What the fuck? These dudes are crazy." I love Nems, dog. I got a lot of Nems. Yo, Nems.
Yeah, he slept on. And last year he dropped one of the best albums with what was it, Coney Island?
Yeah, Coney Island. Yep.
Yeah, that joint was fire.
Everything's on the list. It's just, this. I be having a list, right? The review, and I go, all right, cool. I'm gonna view this next week or tomorrow. Whenever I get time, and I go, Then all of a sudden something dropped crazy. I go, oh man, I gotta review this first. You know, so I'd be like mad, like, oops, sorry, I gotta bump you down, like because like I'd be so anticipating somebody else's album if they come out. Like say I'm listening, say I go, oh yo, I'm about to listen to I don't know who's coming out next Friday. Do you know anybody coming out next Friday?
Next week?
Next week, yeah.
I don't know who's coming out next week.
But whoever say we know somebody's coming out next week. Somebody say we know, oh yo, we gotta check for whatever, blah blah blah. Right? I'm like, word, I'm about to stay up, walk, whatever, right? And then all of a sudden, like, Rock Marciano drop out of nowhere. I'm be like, God damn it, you motherfucker! Like, I'll be mad, but I'll be happy at the same time. Like, nigga, you motherfucker doing my goddamn whole weekend because I gotta fucking listen to you.
And I wanted to ask you about that. Like, look at Guillermo. This nigga got the MF Doom mask on.
Shit. This nigga. You don't think I have a mask on?
Yeah.
Like a motherfucker.
Salute y'all, man. Salute. All right, so this shit's dumb uncomfortable, but I love this shit.
Oh man.
What's good? Where you get the mask from, yo? What's up,
I bought it off Amazon. And they sell it like 50-something, 60-something. But yeah. And when you're talking about, I think you made a good point though about your top 5 favorite rappers, man. A lot of people take that cop-out shit where it's like they just say like, oh yeah, the dead ones. It's like, all right, look, Tupac, Biggie, you know, they get put into like that special category of like these titans where it's just like, because you know what I mean? Because even then, if you look at it right, I mean, Tupac maybe you can argue for, but Biggie was great, but his catalog was like, so it's like you can't really judge. You know what I mean? It's tough in a way. Right. But in my personal favorite, my personal top 5 in no order, because people might get mad. Was Nas. He might kill me for this. DMX.
Okay.
MF Doom. Styles P.
I love Styles.
Yes,
bro. Styles P.
I love Styles.
And Ghostface Killer.
My
brother got me on Ghostface. Triboro remind me of my brother because y'all these annoying ass like researchers into like everything Wu-Tang. Like this dude used to tell me about like Price Barrier and all these offshoots of like Wu-Tang. Like, all right, dogs. I don't like who the hell is this?
There's so many.
Ghostface Killer, bro. When you put Iron Man, Supreme Clientele. When I first heard Nutmeg, I was like, nah, son. Like that beat just I was like, nah, this dude is.
Yo, King, check this out. Ghostface, right? Yo, I'm gonna ask you first since you're a Ghostface fan. How many classic albums Ghostface got?
How many classics?
Iron Man, classics or something like that. Whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, several. Iron Man, Nutmeg, Supreme Clientele. Why am I not remembering the first one?
Put it up on your phone, brother. You got time.
I liked his one that he did with the one that had the return of Ghostface in the beginning. He did it with that
with Fab on it. You know Ghost Dini? I love Ghost Dini.
No, not Ghost. Hold on, I'll find it. I haven't heard so while though. It's the one with everybody rides for oh my gosh, damn, I miss it. Hold on, let me just find it.
Man. Try. You like about
for a while, yeah. Iron Man, yeah, Supreme Clientele, easily.
I think Ghost got like 4 classics. Iron Man, Supreme Clientele.
I think about 4.
12 Reasons to Die was the one I liked. That was like
that was dope. Bulletproof Wallets. I love that one. I think that's underrated.
Wait, which one you said?
Bulletproof Wallets.
I don't think that was a classic, but I thought it was dope.
It's one of my favorites. I think
it was dope. That's all I'm saying. I love Ghostface, but like it wasn't like, oh yeah, I gotta listen to it over and over and over and over again. It wasn't like Ghost Dini or like Iron Man or shit like that. It wasn't like Supreme Clientele. It wasn't, you know what I mean?
Fish Scale.
But yeah, it was good. It's still good.
Fish Scale was fire.
Fish Scale was fire, bro.
Yeah.
Ghostface. I think I like about Ghostface is like one thing you said about Conway, and I agree. It's like y'all both said like the same thing, even though they kind of go against each other.
Right.
Conway does the same thing, but he kind of would like keep going into it. But in the same way, he doesn't like kind of reinvent himself. And the thing I always like about Ghostface was that like he always tries and he knows he's a character. You know what I mean? Like the dude was playing a fake piano on All I Got Is You video. Like I'm like, yo, this is a serious song, but like this guy's a clown. Like we know you don't play piano, son. Like what are you doing? But he always tries to be
piano, but I ain't peeping that when the bit came on. That's funny you said that.
No, I like characters. Like the criminology video with the robe and the I don't know with the card and like it's like That's the thing I like about Ghostface. Like you never get bored with him. He always tries. Like,
a robe line? He gotta have a robe. A robe line, like selling robes. Does he sell robes?
Does he have a robe?
I don't think he do.
He doesn't sell robes. He's missing out if he don't sell robes. Ghostface, you listening?
That's true. I thought he came out a while ago. Remember, he used to rock the Iron Eagle shit on his wrist.
Oh, that shit was heavy. He said.
That's
heavy, nigga. That was dope.
And you know the craziest shit is now, bro. History repeats itself. How many people nowadays, these young kids, try to like have that same character of like not of Ghostface, but this outlandish character?
Yeah, emulate him similar.
Dogs, man. Like that's why. And then Styles P to me, man. Like, and he said it too. I remember, was it? Nah, and I was on this song, but like the mixtapes. Cause I got Styles P. Like I always knew Styles P was nice. Like Jadakiss, like growing up was. Like, you know, everybody loved Jadakiss. It's like, oh yeah, it's like by default. But when I got into Cosmo, I started listening to like Ghost in the Shell. I saw like, nah, man. Like,
it was a classic. Fish Scales 1 and 2. Fish Scales 1 and 2, right? Which one was the best, right? I think.
Yeah, they had more fish. More Fish was like the unreleased.
It was like more fish. Yeah, that was dope.
Yo, salute to Big Freezie. Big Freezie up in here, bro.
Big Freezie.
What up, Freezie?
Yo, but I'm gonna be in and out, but because I got something to do. But I'm gonna be. I mean, I'll like if I'm not here, I'll be listening to the.
Props to you coming in, checking in, you know what I'm saying? Yo, it's all hip hop, dog. If you in, you in. That's it. Yo, you part of the circle already.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
I'm in your circle, dog. You can't deny it now, dog. I'm in there.
You from Boston, bro?
Beantown, baby. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's just
New York? I know he is. You got the New York hat on. What about you?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. Even though no one could probably tell, but yeah, I'm from Fort Greene, Brooklyn. Pre-gentrification.
Title, so you got to be something, goddammit. You think you got to be title, so we know you.
Projects, man.
I wasn't growing up there, man.
You know what's crazy? All right, so growing up early Brooklyn wasn't good. So I was right at the tip. So we had Giuliani, and we were right at the tip. Triboro remembers this. Remember when Bloomberg first got in? When you went to like downtown Brooklyn there, Metro Tech, do you remember seeing a big sign that said downtown Brooklyn's gonna become the new Manhattan?
Mm-hmm.
Like there was a big push to gentrify that. I'm telling you, dog. So early Brooklyn, like growing up, I used to live next to University Towers, 191 Willoughby Street, and now they're these really nice buildings. But they were getting nice even when I was young. So me and my family moved to 161, right next to Atlantic Avenue, right next to where Barclays is.
Right.
It was getting better. It was still bad, but it was getting better. But you could see it's like. You know, people starting to like slowly move out of New York, or at least out of that area. Right. So, damn, man, it's like the place you grew up. I went to PS 20, 113. You know, back in the day, thank God, my brother, you know, he's type goonish, but he had, and my sister, you know, people would know him. So, like, I remember this one dude, Quashim, like, he was just rob dudes, like, and he's like, yo, what's good? Ooh, so, like, yo, how's Charles doing? And I'm a nerd, like, so I was like, oh, thank God. Like, I was still like only like 5 feet. I was like, oh. Woo, thank God, because back in the yo, run your pockets real quick. It's like, yo. So Fort Greene, yo, it's crazy. If you go to like Clinton Hill, where I used to go to school, it's so nice now. You would never think, like, you know what I mean? But back in the day, you had to have street smart. So like me, you can hear me sound like, oh, I'm a nerd, but like I know where to be. Like I know where the Bloods were at, the Crips, ABGs. You know, all that shit. Like Fort Greene, Clinton Hill used to be like even now, like Lafayette Gardens. You know Lafayette Gardens, Triboro. Like, like player. Like, I mean, it's gotten better because like the police precinct right there, and they've been doing a lot of drug busting shit. But like that area, like if you go there now, man, it's just it's weird, man. It's like another country now, man. Like all these artsy kids and it's weird. It don't feel right. You know what I mean? But I know Boston used to be. I used to hear horror stories. That's why I was asked about Jay Reed because the whole, like I heard like his shit, like, you know, I don't know where he grew up exactly in Boston, but like when I thought of Boston, I always just think of like, you know, Saudis and just mad, you know, racists, like Lawrenceville, mad Dominicans. And I think you guys.
I can give you stories, yeah, but I don't know about that name, but it sounds familiar.
It's the dude that was in Too Deep, the one that L Cool J played.
So
the real life version of him, yeah. He's from he ran. I not say he ran Boston, but like he worked. You know, so when
he's familiar, but I ain't run with him. I was like in a different age group. My cousin probably knew him. Like, after my cousin, our soul and them niggas was like my cousin's age. You know what I'm saying? He was like I'm 46. He was like Maybe he's 50 now. I don't even know. But he's like a couple years older than me. So they ran, had their little crew. You know what I'm saying? And I used to run with them too, break dance with, you know what I'm saying, New Edition and ours, all them dudes. But I was young. They didn't respect me back then because I was young, but I still was like a runner. I still was doing shit. You know what I'm saying? So
you a New Edition? Damn.
Yeah, I looked at Ocean Pop.
You must have been getting mad holes, man.
I basically lived with my grandma. I love my grandmother, so I was there.
Damn, New Edition, man. Now, New Edition, I still think New Edition is dumb underrated. They were selling. Weren't y'all guys selling out fucking football stadiums and shit?
Oh, they was dude.
They don't get no. They get lost. They get lost in the fucking annals of time, man.
Yeah, I love New Edition. New Edition is the truth, man. They classic. They you know what I'm saying. They kings. You know what I'm saying. I'm telling you, my uncle, dude, yo, King, my uncle was in the group.
Your brother was in the group?
My uncle was in the group. In the group.
He's still in the group now?
Oh, he's not. He was never. Like, he was in the group before they got famous.
Oh.
And he left?
He was. I'm no disrespect. I gotta say my uncle's name. I love him to death. He just wasn't with it. Let's put it that way. He's still making beats. Wow. He's doing stuff. But,
oh my gosh, man.
You don't know, man. You just don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I'm just saying I wasn't there. I wasn't in the group, but I mean I was there.
Really, I just New Edition, like Mr. Telephone, man, like New Edition was killing it, yo. They killed it, man. Like, bro, Can You Stand the Rain is still one of the greatest, like, I mean, like,
come on.
And all those dudes were dumb. I mean, think about this shit, right? Like Johnny Gill, in terms of one of the most powerful voices,
okay,
is like dogs. You could put him up in like when we talk about female artists, right? You talk about the Mariah Carey's, Whitney Houston's, all that stuff, and Johnny Gill, like in terms of like voices that like I'm like discernible. So I always say, wow, why am I? Of course, when I come to list, my brain knows.
AJ Blige.
David Blige is from the Temptations. David Ruffin.
Oh, Teddy Ruffin. Okay.
One of Rich's voices. Luther Vandross.
Oh, Luther. You want some good voices back then? You want to do dudes and women or just dudes?
Go do dudes for now, because women. I have my list set up.
Let's do some back in the day. Let's see. Joe Levert. We got who else? R&B. We got I think Tank was dope.
Pendergrass.
Teddy Pendergrass. Yo, the Whispers. I love the Whispers.
Ooh. This is what I do.
Yo,
this is my shit. Yeah. They all have the big whiskers. Like, yo, that shit is tough. That's just because you know why? Because my uncles is like, you know what I love about the dudes back then? You know what I love about the music back then? They could make something like sexy without it being explicit. Right. So it left your mind to the imagination, both women and men. Like you can listen to, I mean, Anita Baker was more sultry, right? But like
that's why I wanted to go women. Anita Baker first. I ain't gonna lie. That's my chick.
Anita Baker. I got it. I'm not gonna lie. I got into her late because you know what? As a kid, and I apologize. As a kid, I was always like, because my after school, we always had like these pro-black women, and it would just play all these like Luther Vandross, all these songs. It's like Anita Baker, no lie, it always made me want to like fall asleep because it's just like this like sensual type of like.
She was like Sade. You know what Sade?
Mm-hmm. But you know what's crazy? All right, fuck. All right, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. So Sade.
Oh.
When I was younger, I didn't respect her until, and this sounds terrible. When MF Doom had was it Doomsday?
Yeah, Operation Doomsday.
And when I used to only say that song and I didn't like it, but when Doomsday flipped it, I was like, damn, I like this song.
Right? You went back and listened.
That shit, I was like, why do I like? And I felt like such a hoe because it's like, oh, I would like this song now because MF Doom flipped this song. I was like, you know what? All right, I got respect. You know, Kiss of Life. That was the song, Kiss of Life. So it was like, all right,
yeah.
I got respect for. And then Anita Baker, the shit that really got me, I forgot I was on YouTube or Facebook, somewhere, and they were playing the I forgot what song that is. Caught Up in Your Rap. Is it Caught Up in Your Rapture? Is that one?
Right, caught up in your rap. Probably that one.
And I was like, nah, son, I can't be disrespecting like that. And you know what's crazy? Shout out, and I'm not to self-promote whatever, but I was talking to Triboro about this. about open up a channel with samples.
That's coming in.
Samples for all the hip hop heads, samples have allowed the younger generations to tap into these great artists that we would have never known about if it wasn't for these rappers sampling them, man. So everybody wants to kill rap and stuff, but let's be honest. I mean, dogs, you know how many artists I found like the Montclairs? Like dogs, like if you listen to West Side Guns, is it Hitler Wears Hermes 7 or 8? The one where he's with the Balenciaga coat, and the white background. The first one that's like FN, whatever, blah, blah. That song is by the Montclairs called Ease of Pain, like, bro. And then my dude, one of my top 5 producers, Alchemist, he sampled the Montclairs on Return of the Mac, Prodigy's album.
Oh, yeah.
Like, nah, I gotta get Montclairs, bro. Underrated album, son. No, I'll fight you, Big Freezie, even if you turn double your size. Alchemist is top 5 producer. I don't give a F what you say, son. I don't care. I'm not arguing. Fight Big Freezie. Alchemist is top 5 producers, bro. I don't care what you say.
Look what my man's saying. My man's saying.
He got me in the flex.
What's up, boss?
What up? With the fresh cut. He don't want to put the fresh cut.
Look at it. Peace to all y'all. Peace to everybody, man. It's good to see y'all, man.
Yeah.
Peace, bro.
Hey, everybody's straight, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
everybody's healthy, man. Everything's good, man.
Word.
Yo, you gotta get your Ciroc shake, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's Ciroc icy, dog.
Oh wow.
Yesterday, bro, I'm chilling. I drank way too much.
You drank enough yesterday?
You get older, and it's like you gotta. Oh man. So who's your top? Who's your top 5 producers?
All time?
Right now, currently.
No, you know what? Don't even say all time. I want right now.
Right now.
Right? You wanna do right now?
I don't think we got 5 right now.
You don't got 5 right now?
I mean, are you talking about like new
knowledge
now? I mean, okay, well, okay.
Yo, who doing
38 Special.
Wait, who's the first one you said, Triboro? Who's the first one you said?
Alchemist.
You got me right.
Oh, Alchemist.
Yes. Alchemist, 38 Special. Derringer.
Yeah.
V Don. DJ Skiz. I think DJ Skiz is a dope producer. Yeah. V Don is dope.
I thought Tri-Boro would have said who's this dude that works for everybody? Fat kind of white dude, wears glasses. Static Selector. I thought you would think
he's dope, yeah, but he just now branching out, you know, outside of his own artist.
A lot of people, like Stu Bangers is just branching out too, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
yeah, and y'all didn't put knowledge? Yo, y'all bugging.
Knowledge, no.
He said he come out with water.
You like,
hey, but you said 5. You said 5 though.
Right. You said 5?
I did say 5.
Yeah. So
who you got, Mark?
How many Triboro you say?
I said like 6.
Yeah, you just say like, he said like 7.
Yeah. Well, when y'all go next? I'm writing my list because I gotta think about this.
All right, I got knowledge. I got Derringer, man. Derringer is too much. Alchemist, I had to. I know Triboro's gonna kill me for this. Rock Marcy, like,
okay.
He would produce his own shit. I don't care. No, yo,
I'm surprised y'all were Rock, nigga. You fucked me. Nigga.
Yo, Rock Marciano's my dude, son. Are you put Rock?
Yo, let me. Hey, Guillermo. Hey, y'all sleeping.
Yo,
Rock,
you know Marquis. You know I'm mad at you, Marquis. Hold up, Big Freezie. You know I'm mad at Marquis. When you name your top rappers, you're struggling, and you didn't mention Rock Marcy, yo. I was like, no, I gotta go home. I gotta rush.
This year. He didn't put the album out this year. Did he?
That's true.
He did. He put Marcy out.
Marcy Lago came out December, I think. I think that was December.
Last year, December, dog.
Yeah.
And he got features. And he got features.
You got it, Marquis. You got it. You just skimmed by this dude, man.
Didn't he do features this year?
You say again, Big Freezie?
Didn't he do features this year?
Now he did features, but he didn't do an album though. Because
so he's still relevant then. So he's still relevant.
No, yeah.
I mean, saying about albums of the year, so I confused the list. I thought it was just rappers, but he said
producers.
Albums.
No, producers.
Yeah, and I said producers now. But you put Rock Marcy in the list. All right, I'll give you that. I just because you know what it is, bro. I get so much into samples, and it's like you can have a simple beat. Not I would say simple. You can have like a simple loop or whatever, or but like if I find out like what you plucked out of it, and then it comes from like a dope, like original artist, it's like I respect your ear. Like so, like when I heard when Rock Marcialago came out with the song Amethyst on Behold Dark Horse, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this beat is so tough, son. And then when I heard the original, it was by some dude named Walchiek something, some Eastern European, I think Romanian. And I heard the sample, I was like, I mean, it's straight from it, but it's like, nah, son. Like these dudes be listening to some some real crate digging like records type shit. Like they dig deep, son. Like Rock Marciano, even 20 Guns is called the sample's called like Saxos Echoes or something like that.
Right.
And it feels like some mafios, like some. Like, you ever seen this movie called Eastern Promises? It got Viggo Mortensen, and he's like a gangster, a Russian gangster. Bro, tough movie. And that's all I think. I love gangster movies. Like, I love.
I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one though.
Bro, and it's like that's what it reminds me of. Like that beat, Saxos Echoes. Like, and I just love that shit. So when they sample it from these producers, the Italian producers and shit, like, bro, that shit is tough, son. Like, and that's why I like Derringer. Derringer. When he's on especially the Hitler with Hermes albums, the samples that he picks from, bro, I'm like, nah, son, I had to give it. Derringer is one of my top producers now. Nah, I had to give it to him. So like,
yeah,
his ear is sick, man. Same with Alchemist, but Alchemist knows how to plug shit. Like I'm still there's one sample, and I'm probably do for an episode. There's one song I can't find from Fetty, from the Freddie Gibbs Currency album, Fetty.
Right.
It's New Things, and I can't find fucking sample, bro. It drives me nuts. Like I found samples from Alchemist when he did the one for I think he did the one for Twins. I think it's Twins and Prodigy. And it took me maybe a good year to find a sample. When you find a sample, bro, same shit with when Prodigy came out with Mob D came, here I go again.
That was dope, yo. That was dope. Right?
Huh?
Yeah, win or lose. Dope, nigga.
Win or lose. Thank you. Win or lose. Yeah. But yeah. Here, Gene Plum is a that shit, yo. When I found that sample, yo, when I'm telling you, bro, I was in high school. I was in a boarding school house kind of program, right? And there were dudes like I loved like that gritty hip hop, and there were people in the house who we had people who they love that R&B shit. But I'm telling you that everybody in the house collectively loved Win or Lose. Like that was like the song of the house. Like son, that beat.
Brushing their teeth to that shit.
Son, yo, I'm telling you, son. Anytime that shit came, people could have been pop locking, doing some dumb shit, talking to the chick. Once that song came on in the house, son, everybody, yo, this is my shit, right, son. That's how I feel about producers. Like that's why I love Alchemist, because I don't want to say he transcended shit, but it's he could take a cut of a sample, and it just, you know what I mean? Like people talk about Kanye West. I like Kanye West. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a sample head, but it's the way Alchemist could do certain shit. Like when I first heard "Worst Comes to Worst, My People Come First," so that shit hit my heart. That shit hit my heart, man. That beat.
Yo, when your heart stops freaking pumping faster than when it's supposed to, that's when it's a hip hop classic.
That's when you feel it. Like it's certain beats where it's just it just makes you stop in your tracks. Like, yo, and you get, I don't know, with me, I go through a cycle where I'm in awe, and then I get angry. Like, yo, what's how the fuck did this dude think of to take this part and then do this shit? What the fuck is wrong with you, man? 500 Ounces made me feel the same way when you hear and first of all, Freddie Gibbs and Rock Marshall need to do a fucking album together. I don't want to hear no more.
What? Put that in the ear, brother. Put that in the ear.
Stop. They need to do stop playing games, bro. Do first of all, Freddie Gibbs, he might be in the past 3-4. When did Pinata come out? 2014? He might be. You could argue he's probably the most improved rapper.
Yeah.
The past 5-6, because when he was at ESGN, I heard about him in college, I'm like, he's cool. He's whatever. When I heard Pinata, son, I was like, him and Madlib, it was because Madlib, one top 5 producer as well too.
I said, no, I almost forgot him. No, he's number 6 or 7 on my list.
How's he number 6 or 7? Come on, son.
I ain't on my list yet.
Yo,
You
you
want me
can,
to do my
but
list? I got my
you
list
can
right
only
here.
put 5 people on there though. You know what I'm saying? He said
I got
5.
five. I got my top 5.
He did say 5. So
Let me tell
Oh,
you my top
and
5 real quick.
yo,
And-
You want to go first, Freezie?
Wackito Butcher said, "Can we talk about how Alchemist gave his worst beat to Jay Elect this year?"
Facts.
Oh yeah,
That
he did.
was
He did.
bad.
Yo, Freezie, you go next. You want me to go next to the top?
Oh,
the top
please,
5.
nah. Go ahead, man.
I'll be
Yeah,
right
I'm
back.
gonna do my top 5. You got matter of fact, I'm gonna give y'all a surprise one real quick. I'm gonna give you a
Okay.
surprise one. Eric Sermon.
Definitely.
Eric Sermon's one of my top producers, and he's still
I love him.
producing. So don't say he's always over. No, he's still producing. So he's
Right.
one of the top 5. Then I got Alchemist. You know what I'm saying? You can short his name now. He's just Al. You know what I'm saying? 38. You can shorten his name. Special. You got. Then I'm doing Rock. He stole my joint. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm doing. Guess what? Another one. You're gonna be like, who is this? Nicholas Craven.
I've heard it from him. He did an EP with Ito.
Yo, he did Ransom's
Ransom
Director's
joint.
Cut 1 and
Yeah.
2, and he's doing
I heard
part
that
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all ain't tuned in with Ransom?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all better tune. Y'all better
Ransom
tune in
always
after
been
this.
nice.
Y'all better tune in after this podcast, dog. Ransom, dog.
Nah. No, hey, man, I like that list. Eric Sermon kind of threw me off. I didn't know he was still doing production.
He got an album was it this year? Last year.
Last year. 1 year.
It's dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was dope.
Dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check
And
that
he's
out.
gonna be on the Conway album.
And he's
Really?
Yep.
Yo, dude, he's producing still with other dudes. I mean, he's making hits.
Yep.
Yo, he was on the best song on the Joel Ortiz and the what's the name? Crooked Eye joint.
Crooked Eye, yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
HRD.
Yep.
He got the best joint on it. Come on, man. Yo, this dude. Eric Sermon, dog.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I have to throw y'all for a loop real quick.
Yeah. I ain't got no list, man, because most of the cats y'all said, man, I think we probably more so in consensus. As you know, once we get to about number 5, because everybody gonna say Alchemist, everybody gonna say 38 Special. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to 5, it's like, we rotate. You know what I'm saying? Like, who number 5 is, man. I don't know if I have a number 5, and that's gonna be rock steady. That'll be like if I put a number 5 today in a month, I don't know if I still have them 5 because 6, 7, and 8 would be so hard. You know what I'm saying? So so I mean, I just about agree with everybody else's list. So
I believe it should change. I don't believe that you gotta have a top 5 forever. Like, you think I'm gonna say Nas is the best rapper forever? No. He's just not the best rapper forever.
I will say that. That's my record.
You will say, but he comes in spurts for me. I love Nas. I love Nas. You can't, dog. I'll fight you for Nas, dog. You know what I'm saying? But he just don't. Sometimes he kind of like goes up and down. Nas, come on, man. You can't be a top MC if you up and down. You can't.
It depends on who you are.
Starting to fight, Marquis. Starting to fight, bro.
Nas is down.
Oh, yeah, he was like Nas. I love Nas too. He's one of my favorites.
Nas my favorite rapper, but Big Freezie, Nas got clunkers. Nas got clunkers.
First of all, it's Saint Nas. Y'all have to understand. It's Saint Nas. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what?
Nas is
being canonized as a saint in rap. I'll give you that. But he's not perfect.
Nas's tens are almost 11s, and his downs are maybe 9s. And so you have people.
Wait. No.
Is down the 9s? Have you heard?
I've been waiting to talk to you, Freezie. I've been waiting to talk to Freezie. Let me get this minute for Freezie real quick, dog. Freezie. I love Nas too, but yo, he picks the wackest beats.
No.
I'll fight with you too, dog. What?
I disagree with that.
Thank you. Let's go down the list. Every time people say this, every time people be saying this, I had a list. I should have saved my damn phone because I put on a post on YouTube or Facebook, and I listed all the songs, like not all of his songs, but many of his songs. And I'm like, there are a lot of top rappers who are regarded this or that, and they don't have as good a, like in terms of the number of songs, bro. We could go down Stillmatic. We could go to, you go down what's his Lost Tape. I mean, Nas. Look, I think he had clunkers. The ones like Nostradamus. Like he had some clunker albums, and people just think like, all right, anything after Illmatic, everything is whack. First of all,
right.
I don't say that.
Growing up, and I think It Was Written was better than Illmatic, but that's just me. I grew up on it.
I heard people say that.
No one gives him credit for
the coin.
Dreams
We can
remix.
flip a coin on that.
Flip a coin. You flip a coin. Yeah.
On what? Flip a coin on
The
what?
beat on Illmatic and
it was written in Illmatic. I like Illmatic.
I like the Mafia. Nas get bashed for a lot of shit other people don't get bashed for. Because no one bashes Jay-Z for the mafioso shit, but they bash Nas for the mafioso shit. And Jay-Z is bitten and stolen from a lot of people. Nas has always tried to stay true to his form. And you're going to fall and falter with it. But Jay-Z's the type of guy like he never wanted to lose. Don't come at whether it's his integrity. He stole from Young Chris. He stole from Nas. If you go back, there's an interview, I think, on Doggy Diamonds. The dude from Camp Low said that Jay-Z took from him. I forgot which song it was, but it's on
Yep.
And he kept, you saw that, right, Triboro? And
yeah, I saw that.
I ain't see it.
Not saying anything, but I think it was Doggy Diamonds. He kept like pestering, trying to get like, oh yeah, like Jay-Z. I forgot what effing song it was, but it was like that flow was basically taken from Camp. So Jay-Z's been biting all his life. Young Chris, he stole Young Chris's whole style in the early 2000s. Nas,
I believe that. I believe that. Because Jazzo was the top rapper in New York, and then he stole Jazzo. Oh,
thank you, Jazzo.
I know that. I know the history.
He's a hater. What Jay-Z does, remember? Oh, no skinny jeans. What happens? He's wearing skinny jeans. Remember, was it where I'm from? Remember the one where he's in the clothing store in the beginning and there's like sneakers or some shit, and the dude's like, hey, you want some wallabies? And
Streets is watching.
Which one was it?
Streets is watching.
Oh, Streets is watching. Yeah. And he was like, after oh, they're like, they don't want no and they hate no Wu-Tang because Ghostface used to rock the wallabies. Like, that's what Jay-Z is. And I look, it's a competition, but Jay-Z comes out with the 444 album, right? Oh, it's so grown up. I'm like, Nas did that in 2012 with Life is Good in terms of a grown-up album.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
Nas don't get respect for certain things that he's been doing. Like, I remember people said, I Know I Can was whack. And when I heard it, I was like,
I love that song.
I love that song, yo. So I'm like,
that song. That's a classic song.
He's teaching you history and like, all right, the beat is you could. It's a well-known,
like the beat,
whatever the hell it is. But it's like there's nothing about it that's whack. But y'all be the same ones here. If Jay-Z made a song about family feuds. Oh my gosh, that's what we have to grow the black community. I'm like, none of these motherfuckers been talking about this. Yo, Wu-Tang has said, my seeds go in his seeds, marry his seeds. That's how we keep Wu-Tang money all up in the family. They've been talking about building ever before Jay-Z. But Jay-Z's the only one who gets praised for this shit. I'm tired of this shit, man.
No, Wu-Tang should get praised for that. Their second album was like an educational CD or some shit. It was CD back in the day. Remember that, nigga? It was tape and CD back in the day, nigga.
Right. I still think that joint is probably the best verse I ever heard a rapper say. Probably besides The Message.
Wait, which one?
Inspector Deck on Triumph.
Oh, Deck was dope.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's still dope.
Yeah.
They made T-shirts out of
it. The greatest. Yeah. All right, hold on. Well, but that's a whole verse though, because I was gonna say for your boy Freezie, your boy Nas Freezie. I still think freedom of death, clips inserted, the baby's been born the same time a man is murdered. The beginning.
That was dope. That was dope. That's
my favorite verse from Nas is the third verse on Street Dreams remix. That verse, oh my god!
Right.
Y'all gotta go.
The verse he did on Noriega's album.
Oh, which
what about the verse he did on Noriega's joint?
You talking about Body in the Trunk?
But wasn't Body in the Truck, was something else. Did he do something else? Then our Body in the Truck, he did another one with Noah, right? Am I going crazy?
He did Triple Threat with Nature. Nature was on that joint.
Oh, that was Nature, and Nature was on it too, I think. Yeah, that one was crazy.
Yeah,
that verse was nasty.
Another underrated one, Revolutionary.
Oh, the one he did with Scarface, that verse. Nas.
Revolutionary War is another great one, man.
Yeah, that was the one.
And I just wanted to just interject something real quick. Shout out to my man for saying something that's kind of different from what we usually talk about. The way Guillermo just compared Nas and Jay-Z in a linear moment by hitting pinpointing like on the timeline and comparing it to each time. So you never hear people say stuff like that. Like Nas can't get away with certain stuff. Nope. But Jay-Z can get away with the same thing in the same era. So that, to me, that's a totally and completely new thought to the hip hop conversation. And if you can add others to that, you can see how Jay-Z, gets away with a lot of stuff. Like how does Jay-Z get away from his songs he contributed in the Chinese Suit era? Like he did the joint Hard Knock Life, right? Remember Hard Knock Life? Mm-hmm. And then he tried to do another Hard Knock Life joint for Def Jam. Y'all remember that?
Right.
Yeah.
Like a part two? What did he do? I forget.
I forgot the name.
You
It was a song title. Right?
I forget.
You talking about Sunshine with Foxy Brown?
It was similar. Sunshine.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
he sampled Roy Ayers or Ayers, whatever that guy's name. The Sunshine.
Yeah. But that gets sampled a lot though.
Right.
That gets because Brand Nubian sampled it. The Roots sampled it for Proceed 2. Mary J. Blige sampled it for My Life. So yeah, so it gets so that gets sampled. But that's probably the best point, man. I heard. So I listened to Tri-Boro podcast, the one about Bone Thugs and Harmony this morning. I was just just on. So he had some good points on there, man. This one right here, man, is definitely like pushing the conversation to hip hop along, man. You know, because I get on thinking I know everything. I feel like nobody in this chat can tell me nothing about hip hop. I know everything. But I say that jokingly. But I feel like everybody in the conversation feels like they bring a wealth of knowledge to the conversation too. But to hear my man say that right there, because Jay-Z did do a lot of does. Jay-Z did do Mafioso. He did do Shiny Blue Area.
He has better
right. And
Jeans, like
he did some down south shit. Jay-Z did down south shit.
Yes.
It was his biggest shit.
Big Pimpin', yeah, Big Pimpin'.
And what happened? And Pimp C was like, "Yo, like Pimp C was not trying to fuck with Jay-Z."
Right.
And that's well, salute to Pimp C, bro. That I would give. This dude always try to represent for the South, bro. He was like, "Yo, we rocking our own shit." Like when y'all, and I'll give it to him. New York motherfuckers weren't rocking with everybody. I guess everybody from the South, right? So I remember when Jay-Z went down and he did the remix of "High" with Juvenile and shit. So Jay-Z is him and Drake have that. They feed off a lot of people. Him, Drake, Kanye West.
He's an opportunist.
When they were stealing, Kanye West stole Young Chop's style of like. Come on, these dudes be leeches, and it's like people. The thing is that I'm scared about with Nas is that, for instance, like I met a white chick years ago who worked at Mass Appeal, and she knew nothing about rap. Wow. And these are the people who writes articles about fucking rap. No, these are the people who are taking over our story, right?
But that's why Fashawn is whack. Fashawn is on Mass Appeal, right? And you ain't heard nothing about his albums. You know what I'm saying?
Underrated, dude. He's not. I don't think he's underrated.
No. I don't mean whack, but I mean his stuff is not. Nas handpicked him. Nas handpicked him and held his hand throughout the process. And my man didn't put out commercially accepted stuff. You know what I'm saying?
He was more focused on Dave East than Fashawn.
Right.
You know,
Dave East is dope though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey.
Not all the time, but he's dope. Not all the time, but he's dope. I like Dave East. He's not like one of my favorites.
I don't think he's the second coming to Nas though, like they were trying to hype him up to be.
Oh, wait a minute. Second coming to who?
Yes, when he first came out. When he came out, before he came out with that with Kyrie Chanel, they hyped him up like the second coming to Nas.
Oh, they did do that.
Right, because he was living out in Queensbridge, and you know what I mean. So I'm like, no, he's not.
I've been trying to make Ali Vegas. What's that guy's name?
This is Ali Vegas. That's this somebody named Ali Vegas. What you trying to say?
Yeah.
Remember the rapper Ali Vegas?
Yeah.
I remember him. Yes.
What didn't they say? Like Nas.
They said him too. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, but they nah.
Story, man. I don't want some white hipster telling me. Literally, every white person I come to that knows about rap, they're like, Illmatic is Nas. I'm like, all right. So name me how many songs Illmatic. Life's a Bitch. Well, Life's a Bitch is like one of my favorites, but they're like those. Like these are the people who are telling a story, and I'm telling you, bro. Growing up where I grew up in Fort Greene, even though it was people they rock with the Jay-Z's over Nas, but people who like Nas, they were bumping. It was written more than Illmatic. Like I had to. This sounds crazy. I heard all of Illmatic once I got to college. I was like, oh, okay. Like I've heard songs like Life's a Bitch. I always knew about it, but it was like I always loved the Mafioso. It was like Street Dreams. The remix, even though Street Dreams was on the original, was on the album. If I Was to Rule the World, I was like the only song that played on Hot 97 back in the day. Like I love that Mafioso. Then obviously my brother got me into fucking Mobb Deep and all this stuff. Then Illmatic, like, it was like, all right, let me go back. Because, like, I was just listening to my own shit. Like, all right, now I listened to Illmatic. I was like, oh, this is dope. But it was written as still, like, my shit. Like, I think, what's not Shootout song? What's the other one? I Gave You Powers on it was written too, right?
Yeah, that's on there. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. But you can't tell the difference between the albums because, like,
no, you can tell.
Like Illmatic. The reason I like Illmatic more because it sounds like he was hungry, more hungry.
Yeah.
And in the streets, you know what I'm saying, more dirty, whatever, right? No, not this in the it was written. I love it. It was written, but it was more radio play, more like pop kind of. A little bit.
That was the criticism.
But it was before the criticism. I was thinking that when I heard this shit though, like I was like, yo, what is this?
Oh no, yeah, I'm agreeing.
I love it. I love it, but I'm like, what is this? I love it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that was the criticism back then. So like you're right. Like when it came out, people thought the same shit when it first came out. But I just got so much respect for Nas because like when he actually is hungry, I mean, he's a true artist, and we've talked about this on this show, Triboro, where it's like there are artists.
Stillmatic was dope. Stillmatic was dope.
Stillmatic was dope. Classic. Blood of a Slave, Heart of a King. I think it was a Tracy Lattisaw sample too. Like, come on, son. Blood of a Slave, Heart of a King. Even though it was the shortest shit. Come on, son. Bro, you can't sit there and tell me you didn't hear Blood of a Slave, Heart of a King. My issue is the album. Power me, son.
It's not Stillmatic classic. I love Stillmatic. I'm talking about like the albums he made after Godson. I don't care what those.
I understand where y'all coming from. But let me say my defense of Nas. I'm gonna say my short defense of Nas, right? So my man had come through a thing where he saw his mama get sick and fight an illness for like 2 years and then pass away when she was his biggest supporter. And instead of my man stepping back and regrouping, he put out music. You know what I'm saying? And you can feel that somber and sorrowness in his music during that time. And so people say, man, Nas sound lazy, but it's not like he didn't care about the thing. His mind was just in a different place. You know what I'm saying? And I can appreciate that for somebody who still has their mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I can hear the pain in this dude verses, because it's different from when he said, you know, I can sneak a Uzi on the island in my army jacket lining. So he's not saying stuff like that. He's saying something different, like, yo, I appreciate the fact that I could patch my relationship up with my pops when he left me when I was 13. And it's too bad that my mom didn't get to see it like I wanted her to because she passed away. So it's all these things that happen in this dude's life, and he's steadily putting out music, and people said like chipping away at him, saying, you know what I'm saying, this is not Illmatic. It's not, it wasn't ever meant to be Illmatic.
It wasn't supposed to be, Right. You gotta grow. Yeah.
It was meant for this dude, for you to share, because he shared his world from the beginning. From it was written, because Illmatic, he shared some of the stuff, but it was mostly bravado. It was like all the dope hood producers, street producers and stuff. People had marginal success coming because they know Nas is the prodigy on Illmatic. And then on It Was Written, he started sharing his world. He like, yo, these my fans, man. I gotta bring them something. I gotta give them a piece of myself. And then so when he started putting out the albums after his mom passed, he was giving himself, and people didn't want it. They wanted Illmatic. So it was like, you know, how you can't tell Nas to stay 18 when everything is good, you know, on top of the world, and put that thing into like these next 3 albums when things are not so good. Drama with his baby mama passing away, and, you know, the happiness of getting, you know, repairing his relationship with his pops. And I know that sounds like a cop out for Nas, but you can say
it's life. It's not a cop out.
That's like when I hear Tri and Guillermo talk about stuff in their personal life, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, they giving me a piece of themselves when they say these certain things. And then for me to say something like, well, it don't sound like how good they was when they was talking about Kevin Knox. That's ridiculous. You know what?
These dudes are, yo, bro, Nas made a verse on Book of Rhymes. This is why I knew it was like, yo, I how can I ever not put this dude as one of the best of all time? One thing I like about Nas is that, and I've heard people from the so-called hood, like they say this dumb shit about Nas sometimes. Oh, Nas is boring, blah, blah. Because you know what Nas does? In an eloquent way, not in a corny way. He will reveal real shit about the hood that no one wants to talk about. Go listen to his 3rd verse on Book of Rhymes, where this motherfucker is talking about being jealous of his own baby infant. You know how many motherfuckers in a hood, mothers and fathers, where they treat their children like shit because they're jealous of it. No one talks about this. I say no.
It's a condition. This is a condition for that. I had to look it up when I was raising my daughter. My baby's mom's was like kind of like that.
Son,
it was crazy.
No one on the mainstream talk, but people appreciate. Oh, Jay-Z, but not say Jay-Z's not talking about real shit, but it's this over glamour, like it's like this glamorized shit, and it's cool at times. But Nas, Second Childhood is like one of my top 10 favorite songs of all time. Like, son, this dude. Oh my gosh! Yeah, like I just get.
I got him going though. Who mentioned Nas? Though who mentioned Nas?
He be saying shit, and you know what's crazy? Because my mom is a social worker, so she. When I was young, my mom's Nigerian, so she don't give a shit. She'll tell you all the shit she sees in the cases she had, and she'll tell me about these things. And it's like, all right, you see this shit. And even people we lived around, because there's people up in my building that I live at 161 South Elliott. There are people that live their Section A apartment. Even though it's a nice building, it's called William something apartment. So it's like rent control, but then there are people in Section A. So you see how some of the parents might treat their kids. Like in the summer, when these young kids, these young boys, the moms will just kick them out the house, like just like go out, and they'll be out all day playing ball. That's how they sometimes get caught up into gangs and shit, because like their moms don't want them in the house because the mom sees the father in them, or you know what I mean. They have that vitriol still in their heart again. And Nas was talking about when he said jealous of my own baby infant. Damn, like it's like, and then people in the hood be like, oh, that's cool. Nas be saying a whole lot of nothing. But these
I was jealous of my infant too. I was jealous of my daughter.
They'll listen to a Migos. They'll listen to a Meg Thee Stallion talk about twerking and squirting and shooting up all this crap. But when Nas is talking, and they'll sit here and they'll say, oh, and I'm not shitting on but they'll say, oh, people don't care about black people. But I'm like, Nas was talking about deep shit, and y'all sitting here talking about he's whack. Go listen to Second Childhood, bro. She's a son. He's a move. Whoever the third part talking about the mom like having a child. Even fuck that. Go to the song. Even though he released it on the Lost Tapes too. I still like the original version. I just like the song that kind of the world. The world. So you gonna tell me that shit ain't hard where he's with the chick, he picks up a chick, he tries to fix up to be a queen. And then the son, the son from the other father, she treats him like shit, call him blackie or darkie or whatever. And he's like, I don't respect that shit. And the foundation crumbles because it's like I try to make her a queen, and that shit. There's too many issues in life. I can't do it. Nas be saying shit like yo, like
okay, listen, y'all Nas fans, right? I'm a Nas fan too. Have y'all read Eric was it Eric Dyson? Eric
Michael Dyson?
Michael, is it Michael?
Michael Eric Dyson.
Michael Eric Dyson. You read this book about Nas?
Nah.
What? Y'all Nas? Hang up your Nas fans, though.
Hey,
Hang up your Nas draws, nigga.
Hey, he's reinforcing stereotypes.
He's a Jay-Z fan, though. I can't rock with him. He'd be like, yo, Jay-Z's a great. I'm like, all right. Shut your ass up, bro.
Yeah.
I got respect for Jay-Z. I mean, like, Can't Knock the Hustle was one of the first songs where it's like, I was like, nah, this dude is like the whole the black and white video, the limo blowing up with the fake fire effects and shit. Like, that shit, you know, my pops knew he did when he, my pops, something he did when he made me. He tried to get a nut and he got a nut and what? Straight bananas.
That was dope. Yeah.
Come on, U.S. Serve like samples, play fake rappers like a canvas. And good, nah, you're too eager. You ain't having it? Good, me neither. Let's get together and make this whole world. But like, I can't like Jay-Z is. Look, I will never say Jay-Z's not one of the top, but Nas sometimes he speaks to
the world.
Something in you, like
he speaks to your heart, your soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like it taps into your intellect, bro. And I hate the fact that black people. Us people, like, not saying you have to follow these guys, oh, he's our leader, but I just hate the fact that people saw Nas and they took things that, like, you know, even though DJ Vlad came out years later saying it, but people always like, oh, he has white piece of that stuff. And it's like, but are you listening to what he's saying? Now, I'm not saying there are a lot of bad Nas. It's like, all right, come on, Nas, what the hell are you doing?
You gotta have content.
When I heard Book of Rhymes, I'm like, nah, son, this dude, something is with this dude, son. Like, and from the first to the second verse, he said, the U.S. Army is a school that teaches plights of conquest. I don't know. And he tries to slip little, like, conspiracy theory shit sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
Yo, like, come on, man. Nas is the great. I don't want to talk about Nas anymore, man. Nas is he's canon. How could you fuck with Nas? Even when he dissed Dipset, and I forgot who else he dissed. Back when Freezie was talking about when because his mom died. And I think it was that people were hurt that Nas said this shit. And so Dipset, Cameron was like, yo, fuck Nas, blah, blah, Jim Jones, blah, blah, shit. But I think it was Nori. I think it was Nori said, I can't remember who. He's like we were hurt by that shit. Yeah, I think it was Nori, because remember he said, like, Nori doesn't make like, talented, but he don't make, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Nori's like, yo,
they had beef before. They had beef.
Yeah, they had beef for a minute. They had beef for a minute. Like,
oh yeah, they had beef.
Yeah,
like Nori wanted to get at him.
I know Triboro might kill me some, but let's talk about. Well, he's from Boston. Marquis from Boston, but Queens got the best rappers, son. I'm sorry, bro.
I don't disagree with that. They do.
New York got good rappers, better rappers than Boston.
But Brooklyn got our own. We got Boot Camp, we got Kane, we got Jay-Z, we got Light. You don't sleep on us.
No, I'm not sleeping because I feel like a traitor. The Queens rappers, the flow was just beautiful. Like, come on, man. Like, even Noriega. Like in Blood Money, like I know he ain't talking about shit, but like when he said, "Yo, I don't even drink like that. I sell crack." Like it's ignorant, but like the way he be putting shit is like, all right, yo, this shit is and then Mob Deep.
Hey, Marquis, I'm from Jersey, so I say New York rappers, and I say New York rappers.
Jersey had haters too, man. Jersey had Redman, like, and I'll say this:
Redman dope.
Naughty by Nature
from Jersey, right?
Man, one of the best. They flow so well, and you never.
Lauren Hill is from New Jersey.
Yeah.
Lauren Hill.
The Artifacts, they're underrated. Lords of the Underground.
Lords of the Underground.
That's what I say. I think Lords.
Hey, Naughty by Nature.
Yeah.
Naughty. Oh shit. Naughty.
Yeah. I think you got
Rod Digger.
You got to smash.
Rod Digger.
Yeah.
Rod Digger.
Joe
Busta
Button is from my street.
Busta messed up my career.
Joe Button is from my street.
Marquis, wait. You said Busta messed it up for you?
You don't think Busta Rhymes messed up Rod Digger's career? With that last album that she was supposed to come out with? That stupid ass single she came out with?
Yeah.
The video? You remember that shit?
That was
I was so pissed. Nigga, I was so pissed. I'm a Rod Digger fan, dog. I even saw the movie she was in. That was cool. Scary.
All right, come on, right? Marquis is
Stop playing, though. I love Rod Digger. Rod Digger's one of the top female MCs. I love Rod Digger. I love Rod Digger's MC.
So put like this: do you think that Busta Rhymes messed up Papoose' career?
Yep.
All right, cool. Because
at least the first album, like
I would say no, because I forget how he was affiliated with him. He was down like that.
Yes, he was signed to them. He signed like $1 million deal with Flip Mode.
He's supposed to come out with Nasarina.
Yeah. Right.
And he did because I just don't Law Library, son. Law Library 1 to like 4. Them shits were tough, son. Papoose, and I remember in college, I
like Papoose. Yeah.
I was arguing with people that Papoose was better than Lil Wayne. And when Busta Rhymes fucked up his shit, I was like, fuck.
There go your argument down the drain.
I don't know about all that.
Yo, you know what's funny though?
Hold on, Marquis. I'm sorry. Hold on.
I'm okay.
This is what I like about Tri-Boro. Tri-Boro be trying to act like he's deep down with this rap shit, but then he be liking some trash shit. And then
Weezy mixtape Weezy. We talking about mixtape Weezy against mixtape Papoose. Who was better? When Weezy was releasing the Carter 3 leaks, the Empire mixtapes and all that, or dedication mixtapes with
DJ Drama? You know what it was, brothers? Weezy had, I keep telling people about the aura of hip hop. It's not just the voice, it's not just the flow. It's a lot of things that go in, you know what I mean? That fix that formula. And Weezy had it at that time with the mixtape.
Right.
He did.
Weezy was big here in New York. We never bumped Weezy before the Carter. Like, we wasn't bumping all that Wody shit he was saying. Like, the 06, when he started dropping those fire mixtapes, that's when New York started. He really got popular because of us. Like, the South could have denied all they want. Like, he blew up because of New York, those New York mixtapes.
Those mixtapes, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was big here. Like, I wasn't bumping Weezy before the Carter. And when the Carter 2 and 3 came out, that's when I became a fan of his. But before then, I wasn't bumping.
I tried to get into Weezy, bro. Like I tried to so badly.
He had a run. Like
not even the last album,
like
though?
I said, huh?
The last album? Y'all didn't get into that?
Nah,
Freezie
that
last
Funeral,
album?
I didn't. It was alright. It wasn't like if it had come out 10 years ago. It would have been.
Marquis is
I'm asking.
so-
I don't know. I was asking. I don't know. Y'all didn't listen to Funeral?
I listened to it, but it wasn't great though. But
Marquis.
That's not great.
Carter
But I'm saying
Four
listen
was like
to
his
it,
last solid one. Carter 4 was decent.
Carter 4.
Yeah, Carter 5 was alright. It wasn't.
Hey, to be honest with you though, when you get to about 7 to 8 projects, what do you really have left in the tank? You know what I'm saying? So
Hey,
you know,
I mean, you gotta reinvent. You gotta, yo. This is why I say Nas are greatest, man. Think about this. Life is Good. What album was that in Nas's discography? That had to have been what, the 8th?
What's up, Jess?
At least past 7, 8.
I think, yeah.
I'm on live, man. That's around.
Illmatic. Well,
Talking about
Illmatic,
boys, yeah.
why am I?
I Am.
Illmatic. It was written Nostradamus. I Am.
Right.
Streets Disciples.
You had the album he did with Damian Marley.
Distant Relatives.
That was fire.
That was.
Oh yeah.
If Jay-Z does an album with fucking Movado, it will be a fucking. Even though he did have that remix. I'm on the Rock. That shit was tight.
Right.
That shit was tough.
Right.
But come on, son. Yo.
I appreciate
Basic on Distant Relatives is one of the toughest. First of all, how do you have a song as tough as Distant Relatives? And then Marley did out rap him. That Marley not killed him, but Marley was better on that song. So that shit is Marley was.
You talking about Marley, the Marley brother? What's his name? What's the Junior Marley? No,
Junior Marley.
Yeah, Junior
Marley. Oh, that album was dope. Yeah,
Son.
but Junior Marley, he's El Shiner because it's the way his voice, everything, lyrics,
So I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate it. But what I'm saying is, you can point back to Jay-Z's timeline and see on stuff where he was probably above average, but had a lot of clout and a lot of backing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like Magna Carta. Magna Carta is a shitty album. I've been saying that.
Right, like y'all remember
triple platinum for any album.
Y'all remember?
Oh, Jay-Z put out trash. Jay-Z put out trash.
Magna Carta and Blueprint 3 were trash, bro.
Yes.
What about
Kingdom Come? And Kingdom Come.
Yes.
Kingdom Come. I don't think Blueprint 3. It wasn't trash, but it was alright.
He put out the
think it
right
was trash.
singles, but overall the album wasn't as good as 2 and 3 wasn't as good as Part 1 though. Part 1 is a classic.
Of course not. I think it was trash.
Part 2 had a lot of filler.
Version 2, V2.
The right singles, but the album itself I didn't care for.
Right. So y'all remember that joint Sean Prove by Big Daddy Kane? Remember the Big Daddy Kane joint Sean Prove, where it's Old Dirty Bastard, Shaheem, Jay-Z, Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah,
and so, yeah, but what I'm saying is, Shaheem outshined everybody, right?
Shaheem was dope. Shaheem, he outshined him. That's why I said that.
Right. And then, but you can see Jay-Z pinch off Shaheem's style going forward. Like Shaheem roasted them cats, right? Old Dirty came through at the end, but Shaheem roasted them, right? And then when you start hearing Jay-Z in the future, you're like, yo, this motherfucker sound like Shaheem.
Because he picks and chooses. The only person who couldn't do it too, Big Freezie, after he had a verse with them, was Big L on a 7-minute freestyle on Bobby. Right. He couldn't touch.
Don't get me started with Big L and Jay-Z because I got a controversy. I don't know what's up.
Go. Talk. Because wasn't he supposed to
go into that? Big L was dope.
Talk. Because I don't want to hear be on some other chats where people are comparing cannabis to Big L.
Yep.
Saying that cannabis.
Who's doing that?
Try.
If you was there,
who's doing that? Triboro?
Yo, no, not me.
No.
You know what Guillermo's saying? I'm saying we've been on the podcast where people think that cannabis is better than Big L, and cannabis has no classic album. You know what I'm saying?
Not even that. They said J. Cole.
J. Cole was better than Big L.
And I'm not talking about discography. Obviously, J. Cole. Obviously, because Big L died.
I love J.
But
Cole,
skill-wise, Big L, what was the freestyle he said he just woke up in the morning?
Not better than Big L.
Jay-Z was about to sign them, I thought.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden a tragic death happened. He was better than Jay-Z at the time.
They were scared. Big L used to just come into ciphers and kill dude. Like, just walk into ciphers and kill ciphers.
Exactly.
Hey, Triboro, you know who I compare him to? It's two dudes, right? So it's this dude named Kid Hood, right? He did the first verse on the Scenario remix, right? But he used to walk into ciphers and murder cats.
Okay.
And then it says, it was another young cat, Big L, right? And so these two dudes was murdering people. I'm talking about walking into a cipher, cats not even knowing who they are in different cities, different boroughs, and they just getting in the cipher and just roasting cats, right? And then both of them got killed before they could put out their best stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now all we left to talk about with them is law. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that conversation where people say Teddy Pendergrass or Marvin Gaye, but people forget about Donny Hathaway, a dude that died before he could actually put out a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what Big L and Kid Hood is to this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Kid Hood, he had you're a fire MC if you get on a track with two groups that are established and sold gold, and they put your verse first. You know what I'm saying? You fire. If you on a track with Busta, Q-Tip, Dinko D, Charlie Brown, Phife Dawg, and they put you first, and ain't nobody never heard of you, you know you talented. You know what I'm saying?
I would say, first of all, to everybody who doesn't know, go listen to a song called "Make It On Your Own" by Donny Hathaway. It's only like a minute 38 because I think it was like a sample. I guess he was sample, but Donny Hathaway in terms of bro, stupid underrated. I know everybody knows the closer I get to that stuff. Listen to that song, but like.
No, his voice was insane.
What's your thing about Big L? Go to Casualties of a Dice Game and tell me, bro, Casualties of a Dice Game. I used to listen to that shit. I mean, obviously this one came out after, but I mean, I listened to it, really later. But I remember, was it my freshman or sophomore? No, this was high school. I'm lying. This was high school. And Casualties of Dice. There's certain songs where you just listen to, like, you listen to it like for maybe like 3 months straight. Like you got to listen to almost like 4 times a day because you just like mesmerized by it. Right. The way he talked about the dice game, the dudes are chasing him. He tried to call his man up, but he was with a bitch, and then he sees the man shoots his, and like I just love that gangster type of that picturesque throwing the cash up, and he's like, you can't sit here and tell me Big L wasn't gonna be that. Jay-Z, not to be morbid.
That's
Jay-Z,
why I had the controversy because he was about to be that dude.
And he's lucky that Big L and Big Pun and DMX. I'm not sure if you know about Jay-Z like that, unless it's the powers that be want to push Jay-Z to be that. Because Big L, Big Pun, DMX. Who else in '98? I mean, you can argue. I wasn't a Ja Rule fan, but Ja Rule in terms of that poppy stuff, he's that guy in the early 2000s.
It was coming up the same time. You said, yeah.
So and you still had Nas, a sleeping giant. So if you awoke Nas, and it's like, where was Jay-Z gonna fit? And then obviously he really benefited from.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to. That's my controversy.
Right.
So if Biggie, Big Pun, Big L didn't die, DMX doesn't fuck up, and you got Nas.
Right.
Where's Jay-Z?
And he came at Nas though. Jay-Z came at Nas to try to murder him with the rhymes.
Right.
And Nas killed him.
Jay-Z is Nas rapped on what was it, halftime of the barbecue, whatever it was with
halftime
the barbecue.
Oh, I'm sorry, at the barbecue. Halftime was on
the main source, and
it was that's
the
new dude. Remember
live at the barbecue. Sorry,
yeah, live at the barbecue. I'm sorry, not halftime.
Live at the barbecue. Sorry, yeah.
And they were like, this, and they were saying this dude was the next it do so much that this piece of shit Russell Simmons was like, we don't want him to become the next Coogee Rap, even though Coogee Rap to me is dope as fuck. But they were Jay-Z. I've never heard until like he became the figure of hip hop. I've never heard people. And it's things about it's Streets is why. I mean, he had songs like he wasn't whack, but come on, son. Nas was the chosen.
All day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nas is what we want. I mean, I'm sorry, Jay-Z is what you want to call the industry plant. You know what I'm saying? Because while he wasn't the best artist, so while he wasn't the best artist, he had a lot of backing and a lot of clout on the streets. Because I remember when Jay-Z would be performing and they would still be broadcasting on the radio, like, get your Jay-Z tickets now, and the show would start in like 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
They had drug money up the yin yang, dog.
Right.
They was fucking right away in the industry. I'm telling you, dog. I know they did.
Faison Love tried to be like, these dudes ain't really something. I'm like, bro, Jay-Z was rolling with, and you could argue Calvin Klein because who's the other dude? This one dude who has some videos on YouTube. I can't remember his damn name, but he always says that Calvin Klein was like not the big dog, but Calvin Klein was because I mean he got locked up. Jay-Z gave him some money to get him situated. So it was like, this dude not. I'm not saying anything like elite. It's like after he came out of prison, kind of helped him out. So Jay-Z wasn't around that stuff. Now was Jay-Z moving all that way? No, but he probably seen something. So it's like when people try to doubt him, and it's like, come on, dog. It's like Jay-Z was in that stuff, but it's just the rap stuff is just Jay-Z's just so fortunate that Big Pun. No one even talks about Big Pun.
That's what I'm saying. Why was he so fortunate?
Yo, and you didn't even mention
a lot of people died,
the biggest threat to that. The biggest threat to all those dudes that you said that passed away was Tupac, and he was on another coast. No. He said Biggie already. He said Biggie.
Oh, yeah, Big Pun.
Yeah, he said so. He named the cat from New York, but he didn't even mention Tupac. You know what I'm saying? If Tupac was still alive.
Oh yeah, that's like yeah.
That's you know what I'm saying?
You talking about like the U.S. versus China would have been Tupac, Biggie, Brooklyn versus Jay-Z. It would be like Kosovo fighting, in Europe. Because those dudes, it was like that. It was rap. That's what it concentrated to. And I want to curse out Vibe. Thank God you picked the sources for your magazine we talked about earlier. Because I remember Vibe, they fueled that East Coast West Coast shit, bro.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, they did.
They did.
And when you look back on it, when you listen to like Gene Deal and all that stuff, and it's just like all this shit was so fucking preventable. So easily preventable, bro. That these guys like, come on, man. Like,
but they found a bully though. So they found them a bully, somebody that can deliver the message for them, just to sell papers. Because Suge Knight came to New York to strong arm Diddy, him and his man, and Suge Knight man got killed, and so Suge Knight went back to the West Coast, realizing he can't just strong arm Diddy. But at the same time, right, exactly. You could do that on the West Coast, but you can't do that here. But what happened is Diddy served a message to them, like not only is he not going to be bullied from by Suge Knight, but nobody, West Coast, New York, anybody, like Bad Boy is here, to stay basically. But in that thing though, they was throwing fuel on the fire. Like Diddy didn't do anything to nobody but defend himself, right? Suge Knight, the one that came with his best goon to New York, and his goon got killed. You know what I'm saying? That thing had nothing to do with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And then
Wolf got involved, and Wolf got
yeah. But you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question on that, Freezie, and to all y'all? And this goes back to music. Do you think that New York rap fell off because, and it sounds ignorant, but all of our criminal foundation fell off because New York, Giuliani cleaned that shit the fuck up.
Right.
And ever since then, you can argue that even though early 2000s and then mid 2000s, do you think that criminal element? Because back in the day, you had guys like King Tut, Haitian Jack, all these gangsters, Eve Moneybags, and they kind of fueled that foundation for which like all these guys can rap about and talk about. Right. And I feel like once that criminal element went down, New York became one of the safest big cities in the U.S. Our rap kind of like,
right?
Is that a crazy theory?
No, I don't think that's crazy at all.
It's a good observation.
I think that's rock
Chicago. I'm not a Chicago drill, but they all have their own unique stuff. And it's like, you hear Pop Smoke and Fabio, and they sound like the UK drill shit. We don't have a pure New York sound. Sorry, underground guys. There are guys who are still doing it. So let me not do that. But I'm talking about
now they're out, yeah.
So I ain't trying to shit. We still got hitters in New York, but it's like they're not getting love.
Like Rock Marcy and Conway. You know what I'm
saying? I'm scared about Conway, man, because I think not in the sense of his talent. I'm just scared about how they might what direction the Rock might put him in, man. I don't know if you think these guys. You think the Rock?
They're not going to put him in no direction. He's in his own lane.
Dog. Why did they control these dudes? Why they don't control? Put him in certain shooters like
No, they don't control these dudes, though. Their contracts have got nothing to do with control.
So then, why did they sign him? That's my whole point.
They're just not manage. What's it called? What's it called when you
distribution
highlighted person? Whatever. When you what's it called? I'm trying to think. When you make sure they out there. What's it called? Promotion. They promotion.
You talking like A&R promotion?
Oh, there's promotion.
So it's not management. I thought you signed a management deal.
If he
Benny
did,
sound-
it's
Benny sound
promotion.
with Rock
Promotion management. It's not like
But see, Mark,
Benny
you
sound
know,
with
but you know what
management.
promoters mean, man. I don't want to see them doing a fucking song with like Taylor Swift or like.
no, that's not gonna happen. I don't think
Because
so.
I knew
He
it was
got
over.
Conway got Dej Loaf on his album coming out.
You said, wait, what did you say, Triboro?
Dej Loaf, the chick,
Yes,
she's kind of dope though. She's kind of dope.
Dej Loaf ain't bad, man. All right,
No, she's up and down. I don't like her. She's like, yo, she had a couple cuts. Not like she's dope, but she's not like once in a while you hear her, you go, that's what's that, and you look.
One collab with Dej Loaf leads to a collab with Megan or Doja Cat.
She is this generation's. Hey, you know who she remind me of, Triboro? She remind me of Miss Jones. You remember Miss Jones from back in the day?
Dej Loaf.
Jones.
Yeah, not the way she sings. Not the way she sings. I'm talking about her relevance to the game. You remember Miss Jones used to be on joints like the joint with AZ? Yeah. That's what she kind of remind me of. Where in terms of relevancy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah,
but I don't want to see, because this is the thing about it. It's like I don't understand why these rappers who are building their own lane. You got COVID, so even these, because what these big artists do, they're not big with the people per se automatically. They have these machines that's why Coachella, that's why all these South by Southwest that used to be dominated by underground artists. The big artists, they have to take all these things because they're not like, no one gives a fuck about them. How many times can you sit there and say and manipulate the numbers and say, yeah, Jay-Z went platinum because if we're gonna come out with a new Samsung phone and it's gonna have the Jay-Z album on there, which is how they got it for Magna Carta.
So they forced that shit. Yeah,
they're not selling. They're not. Exactly. People don't give up. So the labels don't want to keep putting money to create this fake image to try to draw people in, and the underground artists get pushed out. So it's like these motherfuckers. It's a dirty fucking game where like these younger artists.
It is? People like us, we gotta just keep spreading the word.
I agree. That's why
And shout out to my man Tri-Boro too for creating a platform where we can stand up and do the exact same thing that you just mentioned.
Platform where Tri-Boro could come here and embarrass us with his knowledge, man. He's like, album and that leap year.
Hey, he wrong as hell about 2 Chainz, but he right about a lot of other stuff.
I heard
an argument with a dude about 2 Chainz being a rap god. Like, really?
No,
we ain't saying rap god now. Yo, rap god is going too far.
You said 2 Chainz won?
No.
Well, 2 Chainz won. Is that what's going on?
It was. I think the battle was boring though. It was a boring battle.
It was terrible.
Oh yeah, it was weird.
You got a bunch of turn up. So I'm not talking about the songs. I'm talking about the performance.
Right.
That shit was and 2 Chainz. Think about 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. He's like the other side of what Waka Flocka is in the sense of that Waka Flocka, I think, wishes he could have made deep music, but he can't. Right. Even though he didn't.
Yo, who's Eric Johnson? He's going off on the.
And he's not talented. Right? He's not talented. 2 Chainz. I know Triboro came a bit. Hear me out. 2 Chainz is talented, but he never tried to elevate himself to be dope, to truly be dope. I think he stayed in a certain lane, stripping music, make it's your birthday, stupid shit like that.
Booty music. I mean, trap, booty music.
But he can flow though. He can hold on.
He can flow. Yeah.
If he actually cared about rap, I know Triboro was looking at me like, "Yo, don't do this."
Remember when 2 Chainz was down with Kanye West? What's that album that Kanye West put out? And 2 Chainz was on it with everybody on. Common was on it.
Lamborghini Mercy.
But it was a whole album. You know what I'm saying?
Cruel Summer. That's a Cruel Summer album.
Okay. It's a what album?
Okay. Cruel Summer.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
it's like an album with everybody on it.
Yeah, with Big Sean and everybody. Yeah.
Big Sean.
Oh my God. Yeah. You guys talking about Big Sean?
I'm blanking out.
I was coming home and somebody said Big Sean is a GOAT, and I said I wanted to throw up.
2 Chainz was killing it on that, yo.
I left that group chat. I'm like, nah.
See, Marquis, 2 Chainz is nice. Marquis, you agree? 2 Chainz is nice, but he just
he's nice, but he's not Rick Ross.
He don't apply himself. He don't apply himself. And Rick Ross is like Rick Ross. I think Rick Ross has been carried many times by his production because he has.
Has he?
Nah,
Nah,
I disagree.
it's a no.
I think Ross is actually good though.
Hold on.
No.
It's a no.
Hey, yeah. So that was my.
It's not a regional thing because he's from Florida. It's not a regional
That was
thing.
an ad lib. Because I agree with Guillermo. That was my ad lib. You know what I'm saying? I kind of agree that he did because he did a joint with Chris Michelle and Drake.
Yes.
And I'm like,
I love that. That's a good
what did they even need Rick Ross for? What did they need Rick Ross for?
That was a bomb song. That's one of his biggest hits.
And that's my point. But they didn't. Drake and Chris Michelle did not need Rick Ross on that song to make it dope.
And that's Drake's best verse. That's Drake's best verse. That's Drake's best verse. I'm gonna keep saying it. That's Drake's best verse.
Oh, thank God, Marquis. So you're not a Drake lover, right?
I love Drake. I mean, he's not. He need to rhyme more. He need to rhyme more.
I will listen
singing,
to Drake over 2 Chainz any day.
Oh yeah, I would too.
Are you serious? What?
That's just me. Yes, I will listen to Drake. Drake had some dope.
I'm waiting for the bars. I'm like, is he gonna do? He's gonna go bars this time?
Was dope. So Far Gone, a great mixtape. He had some his early stuff was dope, but it's the recent stuff I don't care for. I don't care for that mixtape he got out now and the Views album. I thought that was his worst album. More Life, I didn't like that, but his early stuff was dope. But I'm not putting him up there with the greats.
But he was out Grant Miller. He doesn't
even get put up there with the semi-elites. No.
Drake is definitely top 50 now. Let's not act like he ain't top 50.
No, he's not top 50. He's not top 50. No.
Well, first of all, no. Yeah. If you have 80 writers for an album, you can't be considered.
Yeah, you can't be top nothing. You got to be top 15.
You can say industry plans.
Yes. He's top 50. Yeah, top entertainer.
Freezie, you really just said that top 50?
My man said, "Do I ever come up for discussion over double pump lattes and low fat muffins?"
No.
Top 50.
I mean, is that not a go?
We excluding rappers like Corrupt and Evidence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you serious? Top 50?
And Moral Technique. And I know
they're all better than Drake. What are you talking about?
I know you're gonna say all these dudes, Cannabis, Rebel INS, all these dudes.
The same way we knew, like the same way when MC Hammer was out and Vanilla Ice, we knew what they was. MC Hammer was dope, but we wasn't putting them in the same sentence with Kane and Rakim. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like Drake is dope for what he do, but he's not no Mount Rushmore, not to me at least.
If you took out the album sales, right, and you took out the industry push for Drake, would you think Drake is a top 50 rapper, Freezie?
Nope.
I'm not coming at Big Freezie. I just feel like when we look at Drake has gotten so much a push. Like literally, if I took Tri-Boro and I put him in a room, right, no windows, and I just played 2 Chainz for 50 years, at one point he's gonna say 2 Chainz is his favorite rapper.
Right.
Give me the knife. I'm telling my Israel. No.
I'm just saying, Drake. A lot of people like Drake because he's like the main thing playing. Like it's Drake in the 90s. The same thing with like when they try to compare J. Cole and K. Dot to guys in the 90s. It's like, well, K. Dot and J. Cole are literally the old so-called only mainstream so-called conscious type of rappers. If you put them back in the 90s, you think they're messing with like. Like I want to say.
What about OC? Remember OC?
Yes.
Is J. Cole better than OC? If you put him back in the 90s.
OC's first album.
I think he's underrated though.
Classic.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Is he better than Sean Price?
Hell no.
You said put him back in the 90s. You said put him back in the 90s, right? That's what I'm saying.
Sean Price still better than him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I think we just got to look at it in context, like what Guillermo was saying. I mean, and I'm not agreeing just to be agreeable, but if you match, just take him from his time and put him back in that time. I can't see him being better than Big Pun. He's not better than Big Pun.
And I said this before. This generation need to take time and spend years with the artist discography before you start putting them in the same category with Rakim and Nas and Kool G Rap. They don't do that. Everything now is instant. They want instant gratification. They want an instant classic. It wasn't like that back in the day. When Q Willing came out, we wasn't saying the day it dropped, it's a classic. You have to sit for decades with that album. And they don't this generation, they don't know what it is to have a classic because they wasn't born during that era. We was. So we know what to look forward to. We know what a classic sounds like. When they have an album like Damn come out, an hour later they say, "Oh, it's a classic. It's right up there with Illmatic." No, it's not.
Right. They say that, but they put that out before the album come out. They're like, yo, this is an instant classic. Yo, you gotta count this. But the thing is so we came up, and I hate telling this story again and again, but we came up, we knew who could rap and who couldn't. Like what were they talking about? Did it have poetic value? Did it have relevance to your daily life? Were they a technician? Did they know how to spit words in between these, in between these lines in order to make the first, second, third, and fourth line of what they just said be relevant to each other? And did it rhyme? You know what I'm saying? Now cats don't even try to rhyme. They say something and then ad-lib over it. You know what I'm saying? There's no rhyming to it. You know what I'm saying? Or no poetic value to it. Like I just watched the Woo video again, trying to like it. With Pop Smoke, 50 Cent, and Roddy Ricch.
Right.
And I was like, yo, I'm trying to like this joint because of Pop Smoke, right? But I'm like,
no.
They
you don't have to like it, though. Don't like it. Don't like it.
No, but I mean, and I appreciate you being an honest hip hop person. You know what I'm saying? But for nowadays though, if you dislike anything in hip hop, you were called a hater.
A hater, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's another problem with this generation.
Yo, call me Marquis Hater Walker then. Guess what? I'm gonna tell you the goddamn.
That's another problem with this generation. You see what Wacker just said? You see what he said about Good Kid? Now that's what I'm talking about. Like with those albums, you got to come back when you're 40 years old and tell me if those albums are classic with Illmatic and Ready to Die. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Right.
No, but I'm not putting them up there near classic.
Right. So I'll give you my example. Right. So I listened to about 3 years ago. I bought a few songs off Travis Scott album, Astro World, I believe it was.
Yeah. Astro World.
So I bought a few joints off there, and the reason why I said, yo, I'm gonna buy one joint at a time, and I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna do the preview on Apple, right? And then if I like it, I'll go back out there and might buy another. You know what I'm saying? So I did it like that. I wound up buying like 5 songs or whatever.
Okay.
Was I ready to buy the whole album? No, because at the same time I bought this joint, Views from the Six. Y'all remember that?
Yes.
The Drake joint.
The Drake joint. Oh, Drake. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna buy this whole joint. I bought it, and then I was
didn't like it, right?
No, I didn't like it, and now I'm mad. Now I'm mad that I spent that $15. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now I got it. It's in my phone. It's in my phone. I save it in case I want to sample something, or you know what I mean. But the thing is though is our hip hoppers these days, man, they expect us to love everything that they love. It's like it's like your granddaddy Cadillac. Your granddaddy drove that Cadillac once a week. He washed it, made sure the oil was changed. He drove it on Sundays to church, right? That's hip hop. You're right. And inside was
show you when you touch it, nigga.
Right, and he didn't smoke in it. But then when grandson get it, the first thing he do is put candy paint on it, put rims in there, put a system in it. Right. And his baby mama got 3 car seats on the back seat. You know what I'm saying? Cheetos all over the floorboard. You know what I'm saying? We got to treat these things different. You love the cat that got the caddy now. He loved the caddy because it served a purpose, but he don't treat it the same way his granddaddy treated it. And that's where me and Triboro are coming from. It's like we can't say everything is a classic. Right. Everybody's not a dope MC. Everything we hear is not going to be good. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, but we have to keep it in perspective. We got to say, hey, man,
it was a solid album. That's it.
Right? Yeah.
I'm not going to say, oh, this is better than Wanted, Dead or Alive. Nah.
Right. I'm not getting ready to say Astro World. I'm going to take Paid in Full out just so I can play Astro World.
Exactly.
No. If you did that, you better hang out right now, goddammit. Hang out right now, goddammit.
10 years. With 10 years, come back and then we have this conversation again.
Right. Yeah. But to Triboro point though, people will see us say this in the chat, and the first thing they say is we hating for no particular reason.
No,
me try at MW, we grown ass men. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We don't have to be forced into liking anything. Exactly. And we ain't gonna get boxed in to do it. Exactly. The things we say is because of our experiences. We ain't saying it because we just like a young guy. It ain't.
Freezie, what you just said, that was my whole point to Marco. I'm like, yo, if 2 Chainz is your rap god, that's cool. My rap god is Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Me, you ain't got to agree on the same thing. I'm just feeling like, yo, it's like he didn't want nobody to speak their opinion. I'm like, what is this? Like a democracy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, it's like we have our opinion and hate is 2 different things. If I said like, yo, I think Redman is trash and all the albums he made is trash, that would be hated. You know what I'm saying? If I said like, yo, I don't like Redman's second album, that's just me. It's not my favorite Redman second album. I prefer the first one. I prefer Muddy Waters. But nowadays in this era, when you say something like
Redman,
it's
opening up a whole new band-aid. Nigga, you just ripped off a scar, nigga. Redman, dope as shit.
Right. And so, and to his point, man, he absolutely right, man. We all have differences of opinion, and to clear that up, we also say when we were their age, it was whack rappers out then. You know what I'm saying?
It was on Triboro, right? Before they came on? Yeah, we was talking about
whack rappers in every era.
It was more talent than whack. That's what I'm saying. Like this was more whack than talent. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was a difference. You know what I'm saying?
But back then you had to earn your spot.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we had our whack, people here and there, but the majority of it was all fire.
Right. But there was definitely some trash, especially dudes on the street trying to get on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
matter of fact, you ever saw that video, The Formula by DLC?
Oh,
remember in the beginning with Dr. Dre and Eazy-E basically giving acts some time to kind of to see what they got, and everybody was coming up there, everybody was trash. Right. That's what it was like back in the day. Like,
God damn, you keep opening up wounds, dog. DLC's dope too. Oh my god.
The DLC was fire. It's messed up what he did to Snoop though, and the last days of Death Row. Yeah, he did Snoop dirty. But at the same time, when my man before that car crash, I think my man probably would have been, you know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Because he had because not only was he a good performer, dude had a pen. And we weren't used to West Coast dudes having a pen. He wasn't even from the West Coast.
He's right for NWA. Everybody. Whoever.
Right. He had a mean pen game. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm saying. I'm telling you, man. But yeah, so for the people that's carrying the torch now, we ain't trying to put stumbling blocks in nobody's way. You know what I'm saying? Just say y'all whack. It ain't that. No. It's just the fact of y'all have a lot of people, and trust me, y'all pool of artists is way bigger than the pool of artists that we had. So we had like a kiddie pool. Mm-hmm. Y'all have like an ocean.
They got a bigger selection of artists to choose from.
Yeah. And so
they got a lot of categories. Trap,
mumble. Yeah,
mumble rap.
I can't even get to Vince Staples. Like they got so much stuff out here. I can't even get to Freddie Gibbs and Vince Staples to listen to their stuff because there's so many artists out here that are new, and those two aren't new. I'm just saying their name because they're not old. You know what I'm saying? But it's so many. It's like Guillermo put me on Rock Marcy, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, I saw this cat. I ain't trying to big him up. No, I know. Big him up. I'm just saying, I heard 3 Rock Marcy songs, and they all sound the same to me. And I told my man that, and I told Guillermo that eyeball to eyeball. I was like, yo, all these songs I hear, all of them sound the same. And then, but he was like, no, you gotta go back and listen. And I was like, man, I ain't gotta. But I went back and did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? I went back and listened to a lot of my man joints. You know what I'm saying? And so the thing with the Rock Marcy, who is not a new artist, by the way,
not at all.
But the thing about Rock Marcy is he is so subtle the way that he flips subject matter up in his verses. Like he's not gonna if he changes the subject, he's not gonna say, "Yo, I'm changing the subject." You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna be like, "Yo," he gonna transition into other stuff. Which takes talent. You know what I'm saying? That's a talent. That's not something that
he's rapping over no boom bap beats. He gets no goddamn bass and beats in the goddamn thing. He just
never bass. Never. I love that shit. It's just simple.
It's like, how's he rapping over nigga? What?
And the thing about it, I don't know what the hell it is that you call this in literature or whatever, but like where you make a whole bunch of things sound similar together, but it's not the he'll say some shit like on Emeralds, he'll say like, you're a byproduct of guys that grind and byproduct. Like it's just It's so
It's
it's
dope.
it may it's metaphors.
No, it's dope. No,
like,
the dude's dope. The dude's
Yeah.
dope. I'm sorry, the dude's dope. That's it.
Definitely.
Dog,
Death Parade.
he's in his own category, and he influenced a lot of other rappers.
Me and Triboro always got to fight this when people be lazy and say, "Oh, he sounds just like Raekwon." I'm like, no, he doesn't.
Nah, he don't sound like.
And I love how people. Oh, this is perfect because we got.
Who said that? You saw the stink face. Who said that?
On the other
Different people that come in and say shit like that.
They'll just say some shit like, "Oh, he sounds just like Raekwon." I'm like, bro, Raekwon.
Yeah, like Westside sound like
Thank you. Now we get on Big Freezie because I heard you just said Westside.
Yes.
Big Freezie started shit on Westside. What do you feel about Westside Gun, Marquis?
I think Westside's voice is irritating, but he's a. Hold on. Let me finish.
Oh shit.
I think he's original in his own lane. He has his own lane. He has his own style. So once in a while, he surprised me, and I love the song or the verse or whatever it is. He knows how to put together music, and he knows how to. He's like he's about to retire because he knows he's not the best lyricist. So he knows he needs to play the back, and then once in a while throw a verse out. He knows Westside Gunn know what he's doing. He's the general.
If I had one life preserver to save him or Waka Flocka, I'm walking straight over to Waka Flocka and throwing it over to him.
Whoa!
You would say wait. You would say Waka Flocka over Westside Gun?
Yes.
You're bugging.
No!
Westside Gun is trash.
Oh my god.
But listen, I'm not just bugging for listen.
He's not the best bar for bar dude.
Nah, he's not.
He's an entertainer.
Thank you.
Like a rapper that got like a lot of like.
He's a character.
Whatever it is, he can make an album. He can make a song that's dope.
Hold on, Big Freezie. You cannot. You weren't there that night. You sat here, and when we were going over Pray for Paris, you were trying to make every excuse out the book not to like some of the dopest songs on there. Look, there's dope. I can't pronounce it. Versace, 500 ounces. Come on, bro.
But listen,
500 ounces except for Westside Gunn's part. But you just kept trying to find excuses. That album was dope. Come on, Big Freezie.
Nah, that's
you don't like his voice. Just say you don't like his voice.
Nah, but listen, that's old news. And Triboro will attest. I hit Triboro up and said, yo, I'm listening. But I'm saying, I hit Triboro up and said, yo, I'm listening to Westside Gunn all afternoon. Did I not? Yes, did I not tell you? I said, I'm going to listen to him all afternoon. I'm going to give this dude a shot, right? And so I listened to the dude all afternoon, and man, listen. He just don't do it for me. I mean, I understand what y'all saying. I'm not saying that y'all are wrong. What I'm saying is, this high-pitched voice cat type dude, man, he ain't talk about nothing. Every once in a while you'll get it. Every once in a while you'll get a solid verse. You like, why I need to waste my time on this? And the reason why is because the music is so dope. The production is so dope.
The production, thank you.
Right.
Remember Eazy-E? Y'all remember Eazy-E?
Of course.
He had that voice. Eazy-E had that voice, right? Oh, you wanted to listen to him? But his shit was trash.
Right.
Look, after he left NWA,
I would never argue with you guys that Westside Gunn talks about anything deep. He usually doesn't. But sometimes he'll say something about jail shit, like when he's on Versace, where he's talking about his man still being locked up and how he is sad shit when he looks at his family, I think his wife or his daughter's picture, and he says, Inshallah, God willing, that he's never gonna go back to that and shit. I mean, he'll say some shit. Sometimes he says some shit. 90% he's just talking about coke and drugs and Versace shit. But sometimes he says some shit.
I understand what you're saying, but I can't spend $15 and get $3 worth of talent. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
I got title.
Okay, all right, hold on. Hold on. Who do you give a light vote to? Westside Gunn or Pop Smoke? Because Pop Smoke does not say anything deep, but the way he'll put albums and shit together with the beat,
Westside Gunn.
He creates something. Westside Gunn does the same shit, and you don't give him no credit.
What? No, listen, I'm giving him credit. I say production.
I give the Westside Gunn. I give them like the Westside Gunn.
Pop Smoke does the same shit. He'll say,
woo. And his affiliate.
he'll do a bunch of rest in peace, but he'll do a bunch of ad-libs where he's I like the way that she.
I just think West Side Gun is Biz Markie. That's just what it is. Like
yo, Triboro, you know he just did. You know, Slick.
That's kind of dope. No, that's a dope comparison.
Big Freezie's not slick.
That's a dope comparison.
He wanted to shit on Biz Markie first. He wanted to shit on Biz Markie, but you try to find a way to do it to not seem like a hater. So he used a comparison of using a rapper he doesn't like to connect that to Biz Markie.
I like Biz.
You don't like Biz Markie.
I do
Biz
like
Markie and Westside is not the same artist.
No, they don't sound
the same. This is dope.
But they style that talk about Biz had a song Picking Boogers. Really, he made a song. You know what I'm saying?
Make a song like that.
I know he don't make a song. His music don't be about nothing.
Classic song.
They had a good song, The Vapors. You gonna say, come on, man?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No. I'm not saying it's not dope.
I'm not saying
that. Nobody beats the Biz is classic. Biz has got like 20 songs that are dope. You know what I'm saying? He even got one where he's singing on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Biz makes dope stuff, and y'all say West Side Gun. Y'all say West Side Gun makes dope stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't heard Westside really actually sing on anything like Biz Markie though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's not about to wear like wigs and cosplay like how
voice is a song.
True. He wear extravagant shit, but it's never.
Yeah, Biz Markie was like a character, but he loved him.
Voice.
Right.
And people got mad at me when I said that, and I wasn't trying to compare their talents, right? But the reason why I like West Side Gun is like he's unabashedly a character, like how Ghostface Killer was, right? Ghostface Killer
like Old Dirty Bastard.
But Ghostface Killer was nice though. Don't get me wrong. Lyrically, Ghostface Killer is up there, but that's what I like about West Side Gun. He'll admit to you, I'm not the most lyrically talented, but this is what I don't like. This is what I don't like that we do, right?
He takes a chance. That's what I like about West Side Gun.
He takes a chance. We pick and choose who we like, who lyrically untalented. Because we'll sit here and say, I'm not coming at you, Freezie, at all. But I've heard younger generation of people, or people like a little bit younger than me, they'll say, that lyrical, or they'll say like, all right, this dude from this era, all right, if he's a part of like, they'll say West Side Gun, he's whack. But the people they listen to, because they're popular and they're doing a UK drill shit, who are 10 times worse and say absolutely nothing. They literally use. I've never seen people in this generation use an ad-lib as like lyrics. Like when you look up the lyrics, it's not verse and then ad-lib. It's verse. It's like verse, ad-lib, and that's like, come on, bro. A person on a beat talking about. Like, okay, but West Side Gun is whack. But that guy was literally, and it's just because he has a hot beat. Because if I took a Kodak Black and took him off the beats that he be getting, right? Like no flocking. If I took him off that beat, like this dude cannot freestyle. He literally cannot freestyle. Even though West Side Gun, he can't freestyle either. West Side Gun will admit it. But West Side Gun song is not going to sit there and just be like. I mean, he does have the ad-lib.
He does have the lips too, though. Yeah.
He'll say some shit. He'll say, burgers on a Friday or whatever. You know what I mean? But then Kodak, maybe Kodak Black as much, but come on, Fabio, Pop Smoke, like literally they're making groans and sounds and shit as part of the verse. I'm like,
and they ain't even. And you know what? That's not even original. They got that from Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug. That ain't even original right there. What you saying? You know what I'm saying about them? Not saying your point is wrong. I'm saying I agree with that.
Quan, holy.
He grew up, became a man. Hey,
the
last thing I heard was on Quintana.
Hey, but you know what though? I heard them in the interview, and my man was like, "Yo, I was doing all this kid stuff from time I was like 12." You know what I'm saying? And that time that I was smoking weed with my son on my lap, everybody was killing me talking about how you gonna smoke weed like that with your son right there. And he was like, he didn't even take it as hate. He was taking it as real adults talking to another adult about doing the right thing, and kind of set him on this path of trying to be a grown man instead of going to jail every 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Doing dumb stuff.
You know that sounds like Freezie? The record labels didn't want to push out my whack album, and so I had to act like I wanted to grow up. I love when these rappers when they're in their prime and they don't get the push, then they're like, yeah, I had to grow up, I had to do this. It's like, dogs, you just weren't getting the push anymore, which is unfortunate. But I mean, come on, man. Let's be honest. I'm pretty sure he's still smoking weed.
The budget went down.
The budget. Thank you, Marquis. The budget. Excuse me. We gotta push this terrible album back a few.
Right, but to your point about West Side Gun, though, if you watch the Drink Champs with Waka Flocka on it, Waka Flocka says the same exact stuff that West Side Gun says. Like, yo, I'm actually a hustler getting out here making this money. I know I can't rap, so I'm not gonna try to battle rap a dude. I just do this thing so that I can take money. And so he was like, yo, shout out to everybody who can actually do this thing and take it serious. He was like, yo, those dudes deserve mad props and respect because rapping is not an easy thing to do, even though the greats at it make it look easy. And it's probably the same thing with West Side Gun, doing it to hustle, make money, and doing it for the love because he loved hip hop. So I'm not knocking West Side Gun. Like with me, I'm not knocking West Side Gun because he's not a Rakim. What I'm saying is I'm just not feeling what he is bringing to the table. That's what it is.
But I would implore you to listen to Eurostep and be like,
man, I heard Eurostep like 11,000 times. I already heard I sent me like 52 million times, man.
Can you at least confer that Eurostep, he was nice lyrically on that song, even though it was a short.
He was good.
One of his rare occasions where he was nice on the mic.
He
gets.
He was good.
I just don't want to see West Side Gun with some pink skirt doing songs with Miley Cyrus or something. I just
This dude said a pink skirt, nigga.
Bro, K Dot did a song with Taylor Swift. I'm like, this is a lie. I don't believe this shit. When I heard that shit, I'm not even a K Dot fan, but I have respect for him, right?
Hey, so let me ask you this. I just want to ask you this real quick, because so the double XL freshman class of 2010 is like a classic class, right? So now those artists have been out for 10 years. Who do you find is the most successful to come out of that group?
Double XL 2010.
Yeah. And so
you gotta maybe look that up. Who's on there?
It was the freshman 10. It was J. Cole, Pill, Nipsey Hussle, Wiz Khalifa, OJ the Deuce Man, Freddie Gibbs, Big Sean, J Rock, Fayshawn, Donis. Fayshawn Donis, brother.
Well, no, that's two people though. Fayshawn and Donis is from Atlanta.
Wait, was Fayshawn a dude they played the song on Fronts too?
Oh, I don't know. No, he signed a Mass Appeal. What we need with the front?
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
So out of this whole class, who's the best one? I mean,
yeah.
Cole.
And I just want to add two more people that got invited, but they turned it down. So Nicki Minaj and Drake was supposed to be in that same class, but they turned it down.
But they was already popping though.
Right?
They was already popping, remember?
No. Yeah. Drake was popping. Nicki Minaj's thing didn't come out until after that freshman class thing.
But they already had her. Little Kim was working with her to make her famous. So
right, yeah. So she was
I thought West Side was working with the Fendi. I thought Fendi was the one that brought her up.
That was her man.
They flew Little Kim in. They flew Little Kim in to work with her.
Doing that. Waka Flocka mom was working with her at the time.
No. That's what it was. Fendi, Waka Flocka's mom stole her from Fendi. Like Fendi was the one that was
right.
Like
it was Fendi. Fendi lost
because she had Nicki Minaj, French Montana, and Gucci Mane all at the same time. So. What about the so in my mind, I'm thinking like, is it Big Sean and Wiz Khalifa?
No. Hell no.
No, you got
hell no.
Big
J. Cole, Wiz, J. Cole, Sean, Nipsey, Freddie,
yeah.
That's it.
Hey, did you know Big Sean has gone gold or platinum with everything he released? Everything.
I know that.
He's an industry fan. He's an industry fan, bro.
He's in the game. They got him in the game.
They quit praising Big Sean like he's the GOAT. I'm like, are you serious?
No, he did not.
I've never heard of Big Sean being considered like I've never
heard that.
I thought he's like a I don't know, say quirky rap. He's kind of like I don't know what the fuck he is. He's just there. I
always felt
Jay Rock's in this.
He was like the Midwest version of Fabulous. That's what he was.
Oh, watered down. Watered down Fab. I don't even want to.
Watered down Fab. Yes.
But you know who I compare him to?
Yo, don't bring up my boy Fab's name, dog.
No. I ain't talking about Fab.
That's what I'm gonna go crazy.
No, I'm saying, but if you look at like the linear progression of an artist, I think Big Sean is probably more like a Common to a Notorious B.I.G. to a Biggie and Nas.
Big Sean in the same sentence with Common? Are you serious?
Yes.
What album do Big Sean have that's like Water for Chocolate?
I don't know if it's even. What about Can I Borrow a Dollar? When he was Common Sense.
Nah, that wasn't no classic album.
It wasn't classic. No, it wasn't classic. Nope.
He's a classic album.
I like the album. the album.
So that's your personal classic.
But I'm not saying.
I'm saying for Big Sean.
I'm not saying it's a classic, dog. I'm saying I like the album. I'm not saying it's a classic.
Oh, I'm saying for Big Sean, what classic album does he have that could compete with any of those Common classic albums?
I'm going by the numbers. I'm going by the numbers. The numbers
lie though.
The numbers say he's better than
Freezie getting paid, dog. Freezie getting paid by the industry. Get him off. Cut Freezie off, yo.
Gambling with Diamond. Country Gambling with Diamonds. Is that a classic of all time? You put up there that with Illmatic because it went diamond? Shaggy went diamond. Is he one of the best reggae artists ever? No.
It wasn't me.
But I'm not comparing them. No, I'm saying I'm drawing a comparison between Common and Big Sean. You know what I'm saying?
Big Sean doesn't have any classics though.
Big Sean is not no. I don't understand how people can even say Common have no classics, but Big Sean is the GOAT.
I don't even know.
I don't get that either. I don't understand that either.
I don't know where people get Big Sean. Even if you're a younger generation, where in Big Sean's catalog where you're just like, yo, these albums can compete with
exactly
whoever. I like how is it because Big Sean is like slowly become not older, but he's like when you were a kid, you remember Big Sean songs, but it's like even there were people in our group that they made legendary songs, but their albums were shit. And we never say, "Oh, he's a legend," or he's one of the GOATs. It's like, nah, he had a Black Rob had one of the most addictive songs I've heard as a kid. He would never be considered as a top 50 rapper.
I'll kill you. Remember that one?
Oh, you don't want to play around. You don't want to play around.
That's my shit. I like that over Whoa.
You know what song I like too? Remember, I Love You, Baby.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
That beat. I need to find that beat.
You know what's crazy? You know who did that beat, right? Havoc did that beat, right?
Havoc?
Yeah, Havoc did the beat. Hold on. Let me tell you. Havoc did the beat, and I think he had lost the DAT tape or whatever, and he had to go back and do it over. But he never got no credit for that beat.
What?
Yes, Havoc did that beat. Yes. Havoc did that beat.
Yeah.
Yo, he about to do an album with fucking Method Man.
Method Man, yeah. The Dirty P joint. I want to hear that.
Yo, Meth better not mess this up, yo.
Wait, Havoc did an album with Method Man?
Yes, yeah.
It's probably made already. They ain't put it out yet.
They ain't put it out yet.
Meth better not mess this up, though.
Where does Havoc fall in the top producers? He don't get a lot. He don't get enough.
You don't get a lot of credit.
Is he top 50?
Yes.
Yeah,
he's probably top 20. He's probably top 20.
All right, give me 20 producers. Give me 20 producers all the time. So, Jay Dilla, Premier, P-Rock, Alchemist, Madlib,
Kanye West,
DJ Premier.
I said Premier.
Oh, okay. DJ Drama. Yes.
What's that Drama?
DJ Drama.
He's from the South. He doesn't know any better. He's from the South.
Man, come on, man. I'm from New Jersey, man.
I know you're from New York. I'm only.
You gotta respect the South too.
I know. Yeah. Well, let's go. Well, I can't think of any producers from. Dr. Dre. What the hell's wrong with me, Dr. Dre?
Oh, Dre, yeah. Whoa, no. What about Dre's other people that this other dude? What's the other dudes that work with Dre?
Mailman.
Hitman.
Mailman,
Hitman. All them niggas was man in the title, nigga.
Oh, so y'all ain't gonna give Manny Fresh no love.
Oh no, Manny Fresh.
I give him respect. Well, let's see where the list comes out. I'm not sure about top 20, but I'll give him respect.
Manny Fresh is not in the top 20.
I want to see the
top 50.
Top 50.
Top 50.
Would you guys say DJ Quick? I'm not saying
Right.
20.
DJ
Quick.
Yeah,
Oh,
quick,
quick
definitely,
nigga.
definitely
Come
quick.
on.
DJ
Yeah.
Quick. I'm at 10 right now. I'm at 10.
Yes.
So
Quick is
give me
top
the
10.
next 10 then. So I said DJ Quick.
Diamond D, Lord Finesse,
Diamond
Showbiz.
D.
The beat mine is the beat nut.
Nigga. What?
Hey man, can I throw another one out here? Because it looked like
Yeah.
I drawn blank.
Hitmakers?
How y'all forget about RZA?
Oh, shit.
You said
I mean, come on, dog. What are we
Holy
doing here? What are we doing?
Bro, it's hard to
We ain't prepared. We got no list.
I'm trying to remember this shit. My memory's
Yeah,
already
remember my top of the head.
RZA, I apologize.
Can I throw one more out there just for the conversation?
Yeah.
We not getting love for the Dungeon family.
Yes. Organized Noise, yes.
Organized Noise.
I'm just saying, man. It's a lot of producers out there, man. It's a lot of producers.
I don't know about top 20 then, man. I'm not sure about
How
top
about
20.
Exile?
I mean, who?
Blue and Exile? Blue? Exile, the producer? Exile?
Okay.
Man,
Okay, so what about? I'm gonna just throw one more out here, and I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm gonna throw one more out here. I ain't gonna say that. What about Molly Mall?
Yes,
Oh.
definitely.
What are we doing, man?
I love Molly Mall.
We don't have the list. We're not ready, man.
Would you put DJ Polo? Yeah, DJ Polo.
I'm gonna start looking them up on my phone or something.
DJ Rap's
I
producer.
can't remember all of them.
Not because at least for the first Cool G Rap album, I think Lord Professor had something to do with that though.
Right.
Large Professor.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, and then when Large Professor was like 17 doing them beats for these cats.
Yep.
You know what
The
I'm saying?
Biggie beats. He was like doing them Biggie beats though.
Oh, what about Easy Mo B? Can we?
Yes, definitely.
Easy Mo B. He did some on
We're
radio.
at 18 already. You're at like 18. So I don't know. Who's a producer trying to put in the top 20?
Hold on. Q-Tip.
Q-Tip, yeah.
Q-Tip.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yo, look at y'all talking about me.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So Manny Fresh can't get in. Manny Fresh
for me will be like the top 40.
Yeah, give me a top 40, maybe. Yeah. It is Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh the crazy. I mean, they were good, they were entertaining, but they weren't the. You know what I mean? But that's no disrespect. Absolute no disrespect to this album.
We wasn't big up here with Cash Money and No Limit stuff. That was like way later.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but if a dude produced Back That Ass Up and Air Force Ones, I think he should get love. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's in the top 50, Freezie. He's in the top 50.
So you know what I put him in? You know what I put him in? I would put them in like what the South is really good for, especially Atlanta, are producers who can make you dance and have fun.
Right.
Can I say one more then? I'm gonna just say one more. I promise I'll be quiet.
Nah,
So we not putting Lil Jon in this conversation?
All right, yo, you can be quiet now. You don't have to talk about this.
Yeah, no, you can be. Yeah,
Not everybody like Lil Jon though.
Even though I did like B.I.B. was one of my favorite songs, man.
Yeah, that was dope.
What? Yeah, I can't lie. Lil Jon did have a few songs here and there.
Oh, Lord Finesse. Somebody said Lord Finesse. Ronnie Caller.
Track
Masters.
Track Masters, definitely. Yeah.
Track Masters, yeah.
I said Lord Finesse, Ronnie.
Lord, why we're missing people? Just Blaze?
Yes, we're missing. Now we gotta look
DJ
them up.
Battle Cat.
Hey, I'm gonna say one more.
Oh God, we fucked up.
Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats.
Tomato X.
Can we put Swiss Beats in?
But he wasn't responsible for the public. That was Bomb Squad. He wasn't part of Bomb Squad.
I thought
Bomb Squad was.
That Bomb Squad. That's
career back.
Oh
right, sorry. Is it
Bomb Squad?
Henry?
Hank Shock G. Hank Shock G. Some shit like that.
His brothers follow me actually on Instagram.
Hey, you know what? And they didn't just produce for Public Enemy. They did Ice Cube album too.
That's what I'm saying. You already heard me say that. I still no credit. I said that.
Where did Ice Cube fall in top rapper conversations?
Who?
Top 10.
Like now or like
Ice Cube top 10, Triboro?
Top 10,
in his prime, he was top 10 in his prime.
For Death Certificate and America's Most Wanted, The Predator, Lethal Injection. Yes.
In his prime, he was top 10.
Yes, classics. Now, I mean, the stuff he got out, it don't compare.
No. I agree. Yes. Classic. You know what's crazy? I've just never heard anybody put Ice Cube in the top, even though I've heard people regard him.
Right.
I did. Back in the
He could be
day,
top
when
10.
he was
He's top 10.
top 10. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, back in the day when he was in
Definitely.
prime, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. He started doing movies and shit. Like his
Yeah.
focus got out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Damn.
I still love him. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm gonna say this, man. I always have 10 and 11 to me in every list I've been doing since like '94. Number 10 and number 11 on my list has always been Ice Cube and Slick Rick. And depending on the year, I'll flip flop them. You know what I'm saying? Just because it might be a Slick Rick year where he at 10 and then Ice Cube be at 11. You know what I'm saying? It's just that thing because in their primes, man, like in 89. You could say both of them was securely in the top 10 in 1989. You know what I'm saying? Because Ice Cube on NWA stuff.
Probably top 5. Slick Rick, probably. I mean, midnight. It was probably top 5, right? Slick Rick. Yeah. Slick Rick was running the game. Hey, young girl, and all.
Right.
Slick Rick was top 5 in his prime.
Yeah. Like, but Slick Rick, I wonder. I feel like if Slick Rick came out now, he would kill it. Like. Because to have that type of he was just so
style
unique. It's
unique, style.
You couldn't what I mean. It was just cool, and he had the eye patch, and it's always like incorporating. You never felt it was corny. You know what I mean? Like, who the hell's like that now? Whereas like they could just do their own shit, and people follow behind them, and it's not them following. Like they're not doing no corny shit, but it's like what I mean. Like Slick Rick,
West Side Gun, your boy.
Yep.
Yeah, but West Side Gun, I feel like West Side Gun, it's like he doesn't have that appeal where everybody would fuck with him. Like we like him, right? But Slick Rick could go this, and Big Freezie will like this because it goes to the old school shit. Slick Rick was a pure MC. He's an entertainer. He'll get the crowd moving. I think that's a lost art. These dudes, they come into the concerts and shit. They're fucking high off of Molly. They can't remember their words. They're passing out. Slick Rick, all those guys back then. I mean, Dougie Fresh obviously was like the king of that shit. But guys like Slick Rick had people dancing and
Kane was the best at it. Kane was the best entertainer on the stage.
Oh shit! Who'd you say?
Dance? Yo, I'm telling you, Kane was dope with his dances.
Yep. I'm sorry, I can't hear that. Can you say it one more time for Big Freezie?
Yeah, I can't hear that shit either.
Kane, scoop love up, scrap love up.
So, you heard him say Kane, right? Can you fight him,
man? Nah, man. I'm done with Kane, man. I mean, I'm not disrespecting my man because rapping is a hard thing to do.
Bring that heat you bring on the front stoop.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
You ever do like Isaiah say? Hey, my man. Hey, shout out to Isaiah. My man Isaiah always be like, "Yo, bring that same energy."
Bring that same energy, bro.
Bring that same, yo.
But now, what I was gonna say though is, Slick Rick was so dope that him and Dougie Fresh did this freestyle back in the day, Lottie Dottie, right? So Dougie Fresh, this is not written. Dougie Fresh stands on stage. Right, this is like 1984. He on stage. He like, yo, kick something. Slick Rick was actually in this group called the Gucci Crew, the Gucci Brothers with Dana Dane before they broke up. Right. So they do a show together. It's Dana Dane, Slick Rick, Dougie Fresh, and the Get Fresh crew and everybody. And so this is before Slick Rick is in the group. So he does this beat. Dougie Fresh used to beatbox, and so my man just busts out like, Lottie Dottie, we like to party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. We're just some men that's on the mic. So he do this freestyle, and the crowd go crazy. So now, So now every time they go do a show, they got all these records they want to do, and everybody like, yeah, that was dope. That was dope. But where Lottie Dottie at? Yeah. So finally they recorded, right? Because it was on tapes and stuff. Floating around, we like, yo, because tape quality was bad. You know what I'm saying? When you getting bootleg tapes or whatever. So I'm outside one summer, and the Kiss van is coming through. They stopped to give out Kiss cards and everything, and so we like this big dude on the truck got big cornrow braids and all this jewelry on. He looking out, and I'm like, that's a big one. And I would see him later with this cat called Rakim. But anyway. So he playing this joint Lottie Dottie, and I'm like, yo, this is dope. Why is we listening to the show? The show was dope. The show was dope. But Lottie Dottie was that street joint. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it was a freestyle that was so dope. They had to record it and go back and memorize it because every time they got to a crowd, they wanted to hear that joint. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So when you talk about cats like Slick Rick, you have to go all the way back to like these cats' true talent. Like the show, all these joints was dope. You know, and to me, The Adventures of Slick Rick is a top 20 album all time. And I'm not saying number 20. I'm just saying it's definitely somewhere in there. You know what I'm saying?
I reviewed it for Hip Hop Classic already.
Yeah, right.
I reviewed Hip Hop Classics too. That was one of my first ones.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, and I'm gonna divert for a few seconds. So I go to the store. I just get a job as a dishwasher, busting suds. My check like $90, right? But I'm like in 10th grade, so $90 is something to me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So I go and I buy these 3 albums. I buy the DOC. I buy Too Short, and I buy Slick Rick. So all of them is out at the same time, right? And I'm mad because I got another album in my hand by Sir Mix-a-Lot, right? But I'm like, yo, I only heard one joint, and I don't want to. Triboro know what I'm about to say. I don't want to spend $15 to get $3 worth of. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yo, I buy all 3 at the same time, and I pop them in and I play them, and I find that the 2 albums that I bought, even though they were dope, you know what I'm saying? I find I'm playing Slick Rick all the time, and every time somebody comes to the crib, you know what I'm saying, we in the backyard shooting ball on the dusty court or whatever. Everybody like, yo, I like the DOC, man, but put in that Slick Rick. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, everybody was like, yo, Slick Rick is the truth, and I'm talking about. It was I'm talking about. I walked past Super Lover C and Casanova Rudd. I walked past Run DMC, who had a joint out called Pause. Remember that joint Pause they had? Yeah, you know, where Jam Master Jay said, "Yo, y'all gonna die if y'all don't make something for the radio." So they made that joint Pause.
Pause.
Yeah. Remember they put that Tougher Than Leather, and it was whack. That these dudes had sampled.
That movie was whack. We was talking about that before you came on.
Yep.
Right. Hey, y'all know too much, man. Hey, it's like talking to y'all. I can't even say nothing because y'all know. I mean, y'all don't know everything, but I'm saying all the stuff that I be saying, y'all already done been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the thing with Slick Rick is, you knew the dude was so dope that he did a song. He made a rap about a children's story, right? And when you listen to it, lyrically, it's a masterpiece. Lyrically, like you don't even like he sampled the same song. He sampled the same song as It Takes Two, and they don't even sound alike. He sampled.
Was that the same sample?
Think by Lynn Collins. You know what I'm saying? Is the song that both of them sample. Okay. Right. And so towards the end of Children's Story, if you listen to it towards the end, it starts to fade out and starts to sound just like It Takes Two at the very end. You know, if you ever bought the original,
that tonight.
If you bought the original, you'll hear that. But Slick Rick was so dope that he could tell stories throughout the whole thing, throughout his whole album, and it not be street shoot your homeboys in the face, drug mafioso stuff. Yeah, all of it was original, and so you knew the dude was super talented.
Yeah, he's from what, UK, right? No, Slick Rick was from. Where's Slick Rick from? London, right? London.
London.
Yeah.
He got deported.
Yeah, he got deported
back. Yeah, he got deported back. He came back with that album with that comeback album was all right from Slick Rick.
Yeah, all the storytelling. That's why.
Yeah. Adventures of Slick Rick or some shit. What is it called?
All the storytelling.
All the storytelling. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that came out in 91, right?
Ray Quan on it and stuff.
That was 99.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he came out with one in 91, and I wasn't really feeling it. That joint.
That was the second one. The Ruler's Back.
The Ruler's Back. Yeah.
And speaking of, was that not one of the most fire joints that you had heard in hip hop up to that time? the ruler's back on Adventures of Slick Rick.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
Hey Young World.
Oh,
A Teenage Love.
oh.
All of them was fire.
You got a stack in here now. That's funky. All them shits are funky, man.
Yeah.
All them songs are funky. It's stinking in here now. All them songs. That whole album was dope.
Yep. Yeah, my man. That's what I'm saying. My man is to me, he's cemented in the top 11. But when you look at what Ice Cube did, you know what I'm saying?
He changed the game.
For the game. He made Eazy-E say Ice Cube write the rhymes that I say. He made Eazy-E say that in his own lyric. You know what I'm saying?
His own lyrics.
So
yo, guys, I apologize. I gotta be out, but yo,
I gotta go too. Unfortunately, I gotta.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it's getting late. I ain't my damn dinner yet. I gotta get my lasagna, man.
Yo, come on, don't brag, man. Come on, bro. We eating fucking
vegetable lasagna too, man. Know what I'm saying? I'm eating healthy over here.
Oh, how many cheeses?
All right, so where does Rock Marcy rank all time?
3. All right, I'm out, man. This guy.
Rock Marcy rank. So Rock Marcy rank top 100 all time right now.
Right now, I'm ranking Rock Marcy top 3 with West Side and with Flea Lord.
Thank you.
Top 3.
Right now.
Top 3, definitely.
This why I fucks with Triboro, son. This why I fuck. It's not me trying to. When I hear Rock Marcy, I heard first Rock Marcy. This will be the last thing I say. I heard first on Yacht Rock 1, the first one. And I was like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? Like, yo, because he said some treasures and treasures. I was pleased when my penis was measured. Like, he just said stupid. Like, he was saying some crazy shit. I'm like, all right, some crazy shit. Then when I heard the Pimp Pie Strikes Back, and then I was like, yo, this dude, like, he could make a whole kind of, they call him, like a theme type album. You know what I mean? Because, you know, the whole pimp shit. Then when I went back and listened to Reloaded, I was like, nah.
How about a quick question? Are you a fan of Stove God Cooks?
I was on the album that what's the name just put me on. I haven't finished listening to the album, but I listened to and that's when Rock Marcy produced the one of the red album. I got but yeah, I like it because I think he's on is he on Jose Canseco? No.
He's on a couple of rock joints, I think. I know
that. He's on a couple of the Fly God 2 joints.
Yeah, I think he's on Jose Canseco. Maybe okay or the other one they have these stupid names.
Bubba something. He's on one of them that joint.
Yeah. So I was like, and I remember Triboro was like, yo, that album is tough. So I download the album. I just haven't finished listening to it, but I'm definitely gonna do that. But yo, salute to all you guys, man. I got love for you, motherfuckers.
Salute, man. Salute.
Are you in the front stoop chat? In the front stoop? Was he there?
Marquis? Yeah, he was there. He was there on Friday.
He's on for. All right, I'll see you there, man. Or
I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there.
And I'm gonna check out your Bone Thugs and Harmony video. I didn't know you put out one. I'm gonna definitely check that out, bro. So salute to you guys, man. God bless, man.
All right, one love, y'all.
All right,
all right, peace, Triboro. Yo, appreciate it, man.
I'm gonna holler at you though. I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, one love.
Peace.
All right, yo. Yep.